early, it's an easier fight. If you catch it too late, not as easy. It's Life Imaging FLA. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds. Tell them Russ and the Monster sent you.
Well, did you know most people struggle to keep their New Year's resolutions? No surprise there. Maybe they just need Future Health, the best online weight loss program backing them up. Hey, it's Sisney from On Air with Ryan Seacrest. And Future Health couldn't be easier. Just take their quick 3-minute survey, and then if you're approved by a clinician, you'll get prescribed and get meds delivered to your door within 24 hours. Yeah, all for less than $3 a day. You'll get access to leading weight loss meds like GLP-1s and have Future Health's network of over 6,000 licensed physicians and pharmacies nationwide supporting you along the way. New year, new you. And all it takes is a 3-minute survey. Just visit tryfh.com. tryfh.com, tryfh.com. Find out if weight loss meds are right for you in just 3 minutes at tryfh.com.
Tryfh.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. We offer HELOCs and home equity lines of credit with scores as low as 640. Find out if you're qualified today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.
You've heard of a pro tip. Here's a mo tip. If you are in an accident, take pictures of everything. The damage, the roadways, and the other drivers, and call the police. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
My best dad tip? Okay, one time our power went out, and we couldn't watch TV or play video games or whatever, but we still had the best time, pulling out flashlights and building a fort in their room, telling stories. So last week, I just turned off the main breaker and yelled, "Power's out!" I mean, why wait for a storm? Just make the fun part happen yourself. I mean, you can do it tonight.
Dads, try this idea, or try something else. Just choose to be a father first today.
Tijuana Flats is back better than ever. Check out their new blackened chicken in a bowl with $2 queso. It's so flavorful. Next time, I'm trying the fresh grilled steak. Check them out, Tijuana Flats.
Warning, if you're thinking about surgery to fix your chronic joint pain, stop, because surgery can be risky, painful, and come with a lengthy recovery time. But there is an alternative, a groundbreaking therapy that revitalizes damaged tissue with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. QC Kinetics has successfully treated tens of thousands of patients, freeing them from pain in their knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints. Before you resort to invasive surgery, find out if you're a candidate for this advanced regenerative therapy by calling 689-314-7578. Don't let chronic pain dictate your life any longer, and don't risk surgery. Learn more about the joint pain therapy endorsed by professional athletes and available now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. To find out if you're eligible, request a free consultation from QC Kinetics. You owe it to yourself to learn more about this surgery-free alternative with no drugs and no downtime. Call QC Kinetics today, 689-314-7578. 689-314-7578.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZzzQuil.
ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZzzQuil nights. Explore our products at ZzzQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Stream now on your free iHeartRadio app.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, CASH. C-A-S-H. Cash. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The news News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and Seelane.
It is Thursday, January 16th, 2025. Lots to get to today. From Joe Biden is leaving to they survived the fire, but then came the mudslide, and Trump says he's going to rescue TikTok in time. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, Seelane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right in the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Thursday?
Good. Doing good. How are you guys?
I've never not believed somebody more than this moment right now.
I'm fine.
Well, what was your level of regret when you woke up at the campsite this morning, Sabrina?
I mean, it was high. It was up out of 10, 12.
Yeah.
12 for sure. But, I had a lot of life lessons.
Yeah.
And
like how to make hot dogs.
So that's a good life lesson.
That
though.
was the least of it. But I will say that is the last time I will sleep in a tent until the zombie apocalypse.
You are retiring as an adult. You're camping. Is that what?
I put the tent away, and I am going to toss it into the dumpster as soon as I'm done with the show today, because it was an evening. It really was.
Be honest. Were there some moments this morning where you go, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to say, guys, I'm not going to be able to make it there in time. I'll have to take the day off. We'll see you tomorrow.
I couldn't, because the principle of it all. And,
that's what screwed you up.
The idea that
I knew that you would show up out of spite.
Exactly. I know. I am here only because I wanted to not be proving everybody right. I just ran into a listener in the hallway, and they're like, "Oh, you made it." Excited for the show. And I go, "I'm a shell of a woman. Bye."
You know that I would have been fine either way, right? Like either way, it's content for me. Either way, I'm like, oh, Sabrina didn't make it back from the camping journey.
I had to tell my stories. I had to tell you what went down over in the Ocala National Forest, because that camping experience was one for the books. Great time, a happy birthday, but there were some things that I think need to be said out loud.
Okay, interested to hear that here at some point today. We got a lot going on a Thursday.
I don't throw up on this board.
Are you feeling a little rough, honestly?
I am, and it got worse as I drove. I also brushed my teeth while on the highway.
Impressive.
And I feel so crusty from the neck down. Thank you so much.
Oh, no. Yeah. All right, well, we'll all get through this together. I mean, I feel
But no one can
fine.
come into this studio. I do feel like it's a little camp stinky.
Blockade the door. Just make it your space there today.
Sorry, Mo. Thanks for sponsoring it.
We'll get through. All right, here we go. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to the director of the L.A. County Public Works. Woo! This guy's telling everybody how to navigate things in the fire in California. There was some good news. They said that the fire conditions were lessening. All the red flag warnings were kind of going down.
What percent containment do we have now?
12%.
That's a good question. See if you could. They have a whole website. It's actually a really nice website that Los Angeles has for all the fires and what percentage they're at, if you can bring that up, Seelane. But let's listen to this guy. Mark Pastrella is his name.
They say Eaton Fire 45% contained.
Oh, that's pretty good, actually. That's much better than it was just a handful of days ago. Mark Pastrella is talking about the fires
in the Camarillo area. So I know what it takes. I know, I at least can say, I have deep feeling for you, and my first piece of advice to you is let's take care of our mental and physical health first before we embark upon what is going to be a journey to rebuild these communities back and rebuild them better than they were when we started this fire.
What now? I'm sorry. What?
Come again?
The last part. Let's just go back over that last part and see what he said.
To rebuild these communities back and rebuild them better than they were when we started this fire.
There's like one thing you shouldn't say at that press conference. One thing you shouldn't say is we started the fire.
The sign language interpreter even was like, hey, you said it, not me.
Do you think the sign language interpreter corrects the mistakes like that? Does or does the sign language interpreter be like,
I mean, her hands are saying what he said. Her face is indicating he effed up, guys.
She's signing when he started this fire.
She points over at him as she's saying this.
And rebuild them better than they were when we started this fire.
No. Probably don't.
Did he
want
even
to say
catch
that.
himself and correct that? Or
I think he did it like I've done this a handful of times on the show where you guys both react and I go, "Welp brain, what did you just say?" And you compute, and then sometimes I land on it. Sometimes I don't even remember what words came out of my mouth.
How many conspiracy reels am I going to see where it was like proof?
All of them.
That one guy did the whole thing.
Yeah, they'll go, he slipped up. They finally made a mistake and slipped up and told us the fires were set on purpose. Well, I mean, honestly, some of these fires were set on purpose by crazy people. But he just made a mistake speaking. That would be my guess there. What do I know? Last night, President Biden gave his farewell address, which was his way to say, see you later, sayonara, I'm out the door, bye-bye, Biden. He's going to be leaving the White House here now. I thought maybe his people, as they say, at the White House might give him a break and say, Biden, you're old. Things are falling apart a little bit. Let's let you record this final message from the White House. But they didn't. Or it was a terrible recording because he did have some mistakes and flubs, as he often does. And overall, it was just kind of he was in a milquetoast, whatever, see you later speech. Not anything unexpected. And he did make mention of a couple of things. So let's listen to him. He's on his way out. He's done his thing. Let's see what Biden has to say as he's leaving the White House. Here he goes.
I want to warn the country of some things that give me great concern.
Okay, what?
I want to warn the country of some things that give me great concern.
Okay.
I've seen this, so I can help translate a slight bit here.
I want to warn the country of some things that give me great concern. This is a dangerous concentration, and that's a dangerous concentration of power.
I don't know. It's something about concentration, maybe, of power.
Sean, you had one job, man. That was the second line. You don't know.
You just told us you could translate.
I said to the best of my abilities, I think.
Well, those abilities don't look great right now.
I'll try again, all right?
This is a dangerous concentration, and that's a dangerous concentration of power.
I don't know. I mean,
in the hands of a very few ultra-wealthy people. The dangerous consequences if their abuse of power is left unchecked. Today,
swallow.
An oligarchy is taking shape in America of extreme wealth, power, and influence that literally threatens our entire democracy, our basic rights and freedoms, and a fair shot for everyone.
So what he's saying basically is the rich are taking over. You got your Musks, you got your Bezos, you got all the super wealthy people who are grabbing power right now, basically. That's what Biden is, I think, warning people of.
We see the consequences all across America. And we've seen it before.
He has a lot of spit
More
in
than a
his mouth right
century
now.
ago. But the American people stood up to the robber barons back then and busted the trusts. They didn't punish the wealthy. Just made the wealthy play by the rules everybody else had to.
This is kind of how the whole speech went, just for the record. He's kind of like bumbling along, saying his thing.
He needs like an exciting bed in the background.
Yeah, there's no like ramp up music or. I would have somebody, if I was Biden, playing like the Cheers theme on a piano or something. You want like to lift up the mood in a fun closing time might be suitable. Closing time, you don't have to go home.
March or something.
Graduation could be good. Any of these things would kick things up just a little bit there.
Yeah, can you restart it real quick? I'm going to help him out.
I got a different line from him because he's saying what he wants on the way out. So let's see if this makes this part more exciting. Here's what he wants to happen next for America.
We need to get dark money. That's that hidden funding behind too many campaigns contributions. We need to get it out of our politics. We need to enact an 18-year time limit, time and term, for the strongest ethics and
I like how he leaned into that. He goes, we need to enact a time limit, a term limit. A time and a term. You know what? We need both of them.
A timely term limit. Got it.
Now that I'm thinking
Get
about
out
it.
of our politics. We need to enact an 18-year time limit, term limit, time and term for the strongest ethics and the strongest ethics reforms for our Supreme Court. We need to ban members of Congress from trading stock while they're in the Congress. We need to amend the Constitution to make clear that no president is immune from crimes that he or she commits while in office.
Now, you know what would have been really just next level Biden-based if he said, America, on the way out, there's something I've been waiting to do for a long time. And he took that Secret Service bag of Coke that they found near the Oval Office, and he just railed.
Yeah.
He goes, but for now, presidential immunity exists, so I can do this.
That would be great. And then with presidential immunity set up as it is, someone can do something as crazy as this, and he just hits it right off the desk.
Then after a nice long sigh, he goes, also, I'm pardoning Joe Exotic.
Now that would have been the talk of the town today. That would have been big. It would have been exciting. It would have been everything. Am I hearing about that this morning? No, I'm not hearing about that. I'm hearing endlessly about more and more of you who have fallen into this cult of dry January. That's what I'm hearing more and more about. That's what I'm hearing day in and day out about all these people who are like, what, you're still drinking right now? What are you thinking? We all drink in December, so we take January off.
I bet it's none of your damn business. Huh?
Was there anybody at the camp last night that was dry January?
We were the opposite. We were so wet with alcohol in our mouths that I think we made up for everyone who is not drinking this month.
I say this because I saw a story today in Newser, and it says, "Dear dry January people, please be quiet." And they're talking about how it's almost like you make it a part of your personality. And I must tell everybody I'm doing this. And then all of them are sort of not as dry January as you might imagine. I know there's a bunch of skits on this that people have done. Like, here's an example of what I'm talking about, where everybody goes, oh, dry January. Yes, absolutely.
I'm just not drinking for the month of January. It's called dry January. You know, we cut out all booze for the month. And it's just basically a refresh from being drunk for all of December.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
That's amazing. Oh, wow.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it feels great. It feels really, really good.
So just to be clear, there's like no booze at all?
No booze at all. None. No.
Wait, so you're not going to drink at Dawn and Tara's wedding?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm definitely drinking.
And they go on to like all the events for the month, and she's like, well, I would have to drink at that event. Obviously, I can't be rude.
We'll be, so unwell the next day that we would have to get a mimosa to level us back out. But then the following day, definitely dry January again.
Clearly, we have to break this a few times. Otherwise, we'd just be being bad human beings. Dry January people, if you're out there, defend yourselves. Send us a dispatch today. Are you participating in Dry January? Do you swear by it? And do you think you're annoying your friends? Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. When we return, Mel Gibson giving a tour of his house out in Los Angeles and kind of just taking a look at the damage done by these fires. And also, we have to talk about these folks living by a plant where they say, and I mean like a factory, where they say life is just unlivable. It's miserable, and it's all because of the jerks running this place. What's going down? We'll dive in. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
They won't tell you this, but your pets are pretty lonely when you leave. No worries. We'll keep them company. Just say, Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
Police and emergency crews are on the roadways clearing up a serious accident affecting southbound lanes on Summerlin Boulevard between Curry Ford Road and Michigan Street. Police activities blocking the ramp from I-4 westbound to Maitland Boulevard. Move over and slow down if you see authorities or emergency vehicles on the roadways. And if you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Batteries Plus. Lose your key? Don't get stuck without a spare. At Batteries Plus, you can get a key fob for up to 50% less than what a dealership would charge. Keys cut, key fobs programmed, and batteries replaced on the spot. Avoid a car key catastrophe. Get a spare key today at Batteries Plus.
Did you know Future Health can connect you with doctors specializing in GLP-1s? They're the meds revolutionizing weight loss. They go by a lot of different names, Ozempic and semaglutide, and they work wonders. Find out if they're right for you in just 3 minutes at tryfh.com. It's that easy. Tryfh.com. That's tryfh.com.
Tryfh.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
Seminole Hard Rock Tampa is excited to bring you live craps, roulette, and sports betting. All under one roof, hotter than the Florida sun. Feel the luck of the dice. Watch the roulette wheel spin and scream for your touchdown as the big screen comes alive. Dine like a rock star. Sip cocktails that shimmer. Then dive into the heart of Las Vegas right here in Tampa Bay. Live craps, roulette, sports betting is here. Get in on the action now. Only at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa. Located off of I-4 near I-75. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
The new year means new health goals, not just for your body, but your finances too. Your personal info is in so many places that are outside of your control. It only takes one mistake, and not even your mistake, to expose you to identity theft and lost funds. If your identity's stolen, LifeLock's restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed, or your subscription money back, and resolve to make identity, health, and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Visit LifeLock.com and save up to 40% off your first year with promo code CLAY. Terms apply.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick. Soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors.
Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com. Show the coupon at the pharmacy and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
Do you like beer? Then we have a fundraiser for you. Join Orlando Science Center for the Science on Tap Outdoor Beer Festival, coming to Lock Haven Park on Saturday, January 25th. Sample ciders, IPAs, and other tasty beers from your favorite local breweries. Then grab a bite from our area's most popular food trucks while you savor some cool science. Bring the whole family to enjoy this daytime event featuring music, long games, science demos, and so much more. Proceeds benefit Orlando Science Center's efforts to inspire science learning for life. Hop in for an afternoon of brews, food, and science fun while supporting a good cause. Get your tickets now at www.osc.org.
Being a great dad doesn't require some fat wallet. I realized a simple stopwatch could make my kids' day better. I turned everything into a speed competition. Just time everything. How fast can they make their bed? How quickly can they fold 10 shirts? The weirder, the better. I once timed who could hug me the longest. They'll be excited if you're excited. Trust me.
Pull out a stopwatch or try something else. Just choose to be a father first today.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Yo, it's Angel from the Monsters. You want a big green egg? For the lowest prices anywhere, you got to go to my friends, Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up your big green egg so that you are cooking before they leave. Follow Wassie's Meat Market on Instagram or go to wassiesmeatmarket.com for your big green egg today.
Our new and improved iHeartRadio app has made it even easier to enjoy the radio station's podcasts and playlists you love. How? Well, we've added everything you love about your car radio into the free iHeartRadio app. With easy-to-use presets, you can now save your favorite stations on the app, just like in your car. And with the all-new live radio dial, it's easier than ever to discover new stations you'll love based on your location or favorite genre. Find out what everyone's talking about and get the new and improved free iHeartRadio app today.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, CASH, C-A-S-H, CASH. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
riding the daily roller coaster of viral news from the front row. It's
and every day. And if you miss any of this show, you can always subscribe to the podcast for free, which is at thenewsjunkie.com. One of the things that's grabbed my attention over the last couple of weeks here is it's not the celebrity stories and like, oh my God, did you hear this? This celebrity's house burned down. It's not those stories that really grab my attention, honestly.
Every morning, it's just like a different, it's sad, but it's a different Mad Lib of X gives emotional interview.
Yeah.
As, after losing house in California wildfires. And it's like every time I get up and I'm making my son breakfast and I glance up at the Echo show screen, that's what I've been seeing, just with different names plugged in.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the thing that gets my attention more than that is this. Okay. These stories grab my attention. This is what I think it is infuriating, right? One person who was from the Palisades area, Totris Beasley is her name.
Totris.
Yeah, Totris Beasley. This is her situation. She lost her house in the fires in California. She had finished paying off her mortgage the day before.
Oh, no.
The day before the fires
my heart.
ripped through. She like sends in her last mortgage payment and goes, did it. After all these years, I paid it off. Now she's mine. Love my house. Next day, house burns down to the ground. That gets my attention because I say there are only a few things on the planet that would make me just rage at the world, and I think that would be one of them. And
what happens in that case, though? Like, if she wasn't done paying her mortgage, would that have screwed her even more with no house but mortgage payments?
It's just the point of it is that you finally aren't owing anything to the banks. And then now, God only knows. Now it comes down to, is her insurance in place? And some of these folks, yes, some of these folks, no.
Oh, man, you know how bad it would have sucked if she had, because now that her last mortgage payment is paid, insurance no longer required.
Oh, she
had canceled
I'm shutting it off that day. I'm going to save so much money. This is going to be awesome. Another person has a house in Palisades, beautiful hillside home overlooking the Pacific Ocean. And the house survived. It survived the fire. And they were, I'm sure, just thrilled. They had personal security up there trying to keep it free from looters. They were doing everything they could to kind of celebrate and protect their house. And then a mudslide and debris slide happened right behind the property.
Oh, no.
House goes right off the side of the hill, house completely destroyed. That is what I'm talking about. When I see stories out of this like that, I go, I care less about the celebrity who goes, I got $20 million in the bank, so this is a little bit easier for me. I care more about those ones where I would go, oh, I would lose it if that happened to me, if I made my last payment and then my house burned down to the ground.
That's rough.
No good. No good.
How many people are moving to
fun.
Florida now?
I don't know. There's got to be some who go, enough's enough. I am going to get away from this.
I don't think people are looking at Florida as like a really great option at the moment, seeing as our insurance situation is pretty dismal.
It is. It's pretty similar to theirs. I think that theirs in some of these most fire-prone spots could be worse, but ours is pretty bad. News just coming in. You might not know this name, especially if you're a Gen Zer, but Bob Uecker has died.
No!
And the Brewers icon, Baseball Hall of Famer, has passed away at the age of 90.
I really thought it was going to be the inventor of that card game.
Nope. No. Who do you think this guy is? Do you know C-Lane? You don't know him, do you?
He's a Baseball Hall of Famer.
Yeah, but what will you know him from besides the baseball? Because
I know him from the article I just read that said he died.
What position did he play?
Shortstop.
Trick question. He was a broadcaster.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
I knew it was baseball because of the baseball glove logo right below.
That helps, right?
Years of his life.
Bob Uecker was an actor more than anything, I at least as far as I knew. Hang on. I clicked the wrong thing there. Apologies. We got to go over to Bob Uecker's page here to see what we should be remembering him from correctly. He was a professional baseball catcher who served as the primary broadcaster for the Milwaukee Brewers of the MLB. Forget this. He was an announcer for them for 54 seasons of baseball.
That's a lot.
That's wild. That's a lot of time right there. And he was an actor. He was in Mr. Belvedere. He played in Mr. Belvedere.
That's where I know him from.
I don't know if you guys know that, but yeah, he was in that.
Didn't you love Mr. Belvedere?
I loved it. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good, wholesome show, Mr. Belvedere was.
I always thought it was about a bear.
No, it was about a rich family where they sucked his parents, and Mr. Belvedere was the dude.
Okay.
Butler?
The butler, yeah, I guess you would call him a butler.
But the parents, if we really think about it.
Yeah, he was really the one raising the kids and instilling the right lessons in them. He also played with fellow Major Leaguer Dick Groat. Excellent name. Fantastic name. He was a wrestling announcer in the WWE and in many other things on television. Even hosted Saturday Night Live back in 1984.
Wow.
And
how old? 90?
90 years old, Bob Uecker. What about that? He was the announcer, as Lee Road is saying on YouTube, in the Major League series. If you watch that at all, Charlie Sheen, Major League.
Got it.
No,
Yeah,
no, that's a little old for all you guys, but yeah, he was a big deal back then. Mel Gibson lost his house in the fire. He's one of the celebrities that people have been going, oh my God. He's got Passion of the Christ money. He could probably rebuild his house with
but
ease.
He's got Passion of the Christ 2 coming out, and if that doesn't do well, then
he's real screwed.
He's going to be in the red with the house and everything.
Don't get me wrong, it still sucks. I hate that somebody's house burned down, but I care more about the regular folks. Let's see what Mel Gibson said. He did a whole tour.
A large but elite group. Yeah, you lost your home? Of people who lost homes. And
damn.
You know, devastating for it.
Chopper View just shows all the burned houses.
The Chiron. Mel Gibson lost his home, but not his Oscars.
Right, yeah. He must have gone in there and said, look, what's important? What am I taking with me? And Oscars. He takes his award. I would too. You kidding me?
Yeah, they mostly kind of went. The Oscars weren't there. They weren't there. Nah, but, you know, a lot of stuff.
Were they at another house?
Every time I see this, it's like, whoa. It looks like, looks a lot smaller than it seemed used to be.
Wow, that's his house. It's just a frame, folks. It's just, there's nothing left. It's just a couple of pillars.
Isn't that always the case, though? Things look smaller when there's not stuff in it?
I think so.
And when it's burnt to the ground.
When they were building all these houses across the street from my house, C-Lane, there were so many times where I go, geez, that looks small.
That's a tiny house.
Yeah, well, what the hell is this little tiny thing? How's anybody going to even live in this place? And then they would build the house, and I go, Jesus, you know, it's a lot bigger than I anticipated it was going to be.
Well, you're right about Mel Gibson having the Passion of the Christ money, but he'll also have another little influx of cash when he appears at MegaCon Orlando this year.
Oh, really?
Yep. MegaCon.
He is one of the celebrities.
Oh, man. Okay. Darren emailing the show, tipsofthenewsjunkie.com. He says, your mortgage is still a financial obligation, regardless if the home it's based on is still standing. That would suck, too. If your house burns down and the bank goes, it's the 31st. We're going to need another payment, please. He said, for that? My house is burned down. I can't even live there right now.
Send him cash that's just full of soot.
And
your memories.
The worst thing is, then you have to go rent another place, Sabrina. And the rent on those places is insane right now because people are gouging everybody else. What a bunch of jerks, all of them. What do you think? Let us know. Join us on the show with your dispatches. Go to thenewsjunkie.com to send yours right now. It's very easy to do on your phone, iPhone or Android, or your laptop, anything that has a microphone. Just make sure you listen back to your dispatch so it's nice and clear afterwards. People saying goodbye to President Biden. He's making his way out of the White House. A lot of people happy about that. He's underwater with his polling. People don't really like Biden in the final days, so people are kind of saying, all right, on to the next thing. And the Sweaty Armpit Guy sends this farewell.
What's up, junkies? Hope everybody's having an absolutely wonderful new year. I saw a little bit of the Biden saying farewell And I think the one thing that could have topped it off and made it perfect is if he was sitting there eating a little bit of ice cream with one of those wooden spoons.
He could have used it on account of the dry mouth and everything. When you start a speech like that, when you start like an address to the nation, and then you go, oh, my mouth is like a desert right now, that sucks. Because if you just pause and slam a Evian bottle, it seems kind of weird and rude.
Just wait, and then you could hear just the...
Wasn't that a little bit what he was going
Hang
through
on, folks.
during that debate?
Kind of, yeah. And people look down on that, even though every one of us would do it. Well, you know what we do all the time? We wait until the other person talks, and then we take a swig of water sitting here in the studio so that we can continue talking and not sound like a goon. But people judge on all of that stuff. And that's fine. That's just how you guys are. One more for now. Let's see here. Let's go over to Big T talking about dry January.
Good afternoon, morning news junkies.
Hey.
All right. So, one, Sean, I know you guys were talking about the News Junkie app the other day and how it is essentially on life support. I have to say, still working very well. I am sending this dispatch from the app. And also, for the people doing dry January, dumb. Why would you not do February? 3 days shorter.
True.
Big T out. Wiggle, pop, pop.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, the app is a long time RIP. I pushed all the energy over to the website. The app stores suck. They try to rule over you with an iron fist. I don't like that. I want to be able to do whatever I need to do.
This guy does not like iron fists.
I don't like iron fists. I hate them. And
like a wooden fist every once in a while. Maybe
like
brass.
If we came up with an idea and we said this would make the show better, and then Apple or Google, these two behemoth companies, go, nope, don't like it, can't do it. I don't want to do that. I'd rather just be able to do everything on the website. So you can do it all over there on thenewsjunkie.com. And that's where I hope you'll go right now to send us a dispatch just like Big T. Head on over to thenewsjunkie.com and record yours now. Back in just a moment. We got to talk about these folks who say there's a big factory next to them that they are losing their minds over. Why? What is the factory doing?
What the factory?
This thing's on, right?
Yeah. I want to add to the joke, but I know for sure I'll curse. So,
what is the factory doing? And also, we got to get to. This is so close. So we got to get to this story about a very ingenious plan to make gas a little bit cheaper for somebody. That too is on the way. And it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Today on the show, the FDA toys with the idea of reducing nicotine in cigarettes. Plus, a woman creates a unique distraction for her boyfriend to steal. Danny Meyering in for Date Night Done Right. Colbert Court with our buddy Glenn Klausman. A special appearance by musician Chase Padgett. Tons of prizes for trivia, plus your calls, texts, and talkbacks.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
Broadcasting live from the Cool Today Weather Center at cooltoday.com.
Hey, Central Florida, and happy Thursday. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And for today, we are going to be seeing cool temperatures with afternoon highs staying almost 10 degrees below normal, the high of only 62 degrees. That's partially due to the fact that we'll be expecting cloudy skies, some patchy drizzle and light showers, especially during the morning hours. By roughly lunchtime, we'll begin to dry things out. Tomorrow, we'll be expecting a high of 67 degrees, increasing sunshine. For this weekend, Saturday night and into Sunday specifically, we'll be expecting our next round of heavier rain. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Right now, Wawa Rewards members can get a bonus offer for $1 any size hot coffee, $2 iced coffee, and $3 Monster Energy 16-ounce. Not a rewards member? Now's the time to join.
If you're drowning in unresolved tax debt, know this. The IRS can place a lien on your home, garnish your paycheck, and levy your bank account. That's catastrophe for you.
We interrupt this message to bring you some good news about your tax debt. We're TaxRise, experienced tax professionals who can help you seek relief programs and work directly with the IRS on your behalf. Find out if you qualify with a free consultation. 888-775-9088. Eric from South Carolina owed over $74,000. We helped reduce it to $798. Troy, a disabled veteran, owed over $142,000 and settled at $500. We've helped thousands of clients with their tax problems, and we're ready to help you. So take the drama out of your tax debt and rise above your situation with TaxRise. For your free consultation, call 888-775-9088. 888-775-9088.
Results vary, not guaranteed. Client names changed. TaxRise is not IRS affiliated or law firm.
The new year means new health goals, not just for your body, but your finances too. Your personal info is in so many places that are outside of your control. It only takes one mistake, and not even your mistake, to expose you to identity theft and lost funds. If your identity's stolen, LifeLock's restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed, or your subscription money back, and resolve to make identity, health, and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Visit LifeLock.com and save up to 40% off your first year with promo code CLAY. Terms apply.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks VapoStick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks VapoStick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors.
Use as directed. VapoStick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
Celebrate creativity in the classroom with Crayola Creativity Week. Starting January 27th, join celebrities like Matthew McConaughey for hands-on activities, read-alouds, and giveaways. Register for free today at Crayola.com/creativityweek.
We're making room at Sutherland Nissan Orlando, so you get massive savings. New Nissan start at $18,900. Muranos, $9,000 off MSRP or 0% APR at Sutherland Nissan Orlando.
VIN number RL905543. MSRP 21,240. VIN number RC100521. MSRP 49,020. Plus taxes and fees with approved credit.
You don't need a New Year's resolution to lose weight. You need a solution, and that's Red Mountain Weight Loss. Discover the power of semaglutide and tirzepatide, the breakthrough GLP-1 medications that are transforming lives. You'll lose up to 15 pounds a month without feeling hungry or deprived. That's huge because it makes it easier for you to lose weight. And that's what we do. At Red Mountain, we specialize in medical weight loss. It's not a hobby for us. We've helped over 1 million people lose weight, and we can help you too with quality GLP medications that cost less than half the price of Ozempic. Visit us in person, online, or skip the doctor visits altogether, and we'll ship the medication direct to your door. Act now for a limited time. Save $100 on any GLP-1 program and get our lowest prices of the year. Find your weight loss solution and lose up to 15 pounds by this time next month at Red Mountain Weight Loss. Go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
We've all made questionable decisions in life, like that time that you frosted the tips of your hair. But hiring an attorney shouldn't be. I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and we offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee on all injury cases. If you are not completely satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com.
Mecum Auctions, the world's largest collector car auction, returns to Kissimmee, January 7th to the 19th at Osceola Heritage Park. Join us for the fun, fast-paced, high-energy Mecum experience with 4,500 vehicles up for auction. For avid collectors, first-time buyers, and enthusiasts of all ages, there's something for everyone. Bring home your dream car. Register to bid and buy spectator tickets now at Mecum.com.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
Sunnyside Electric.
Hi, I've got a circuit breaker that keeps popping.
Okay, let me go online to get you scheduled.
That's great. Come on, what kind of a low-tech operation is this?
Here we go.
You've got mail.
I should have called Frank Gay.
When you have an electrical problem, you want a licensed and insured technician with the latest tools and technology to complete the job right. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
At Rasmussen University, we offer a full suite of nursing programs from pre-licensure to doctoral, online and on campus.
Programs vary by campus. Learn more at rasmussen.edu/Florida.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
No one's really sure what all C-Lane's buttons actually do. This is the news.
Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and you can even join us with what we call a dispatch. If you're new to the show, that's just you recording a message and getting your thoughts, your opinions onto the show. It's not just about what I think or what Sabrina or C-Lane thinks. It's also you that is a big part of this show each day. Sabrina learned a big lesson last night, it seems.
Multiple lessons, I believe, yeah.
There is such a thing, I think you'll be on board with this, as too old to camp. You get there at some point.
No way.
Yes, I really believe that's the case.
I've been camping with much older people than Sabrina.
I think when you reach a certain age, and she's not old by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm talking about when you're out of like your early 20s, it's more wear and tear on your body to go sleep in a tent, for God's sake. You got a nice, comfy bed.
Yeah, a lot of things that could have been done differently, and that was mostly on my part.
Did you have an air mattress?
I had an air mattress, and I was very excited because I had my power bank that I had bought for Prime Day. It's one of the big ones, heavy, full of power, and I double checked the wattage and the voltage, and it was perfect for the air mattress. And then I plug it in, and it went. Vroom.
Oh no.
Vroom. Okay.
It didn't work at all?
Not one little bit. So I start to freak out because it's the air mattress that you have no other choice but to put it in an outlet. So I go, all right, strike one. We are going to have a miserable evening. And then the Jackery came through. And that's what I'm getting for my birthday, you guys.
That's what C-Lane has, I think.
And that blew up the mattress just fine.
Wait, which power bank do you have?
The stupid one. That was
that's why it was our Prime deal. Yeah, that's why they were getting rid of those things.
I used it for a flashlight the whole night. That was it. It was just the giant flashlight. And then, remember I told you guys I got the propane heater?
Yeah. Right.
Go to put that bad boy up because it was all of 20-something degrees last night. And then propane sprayed everywhere. So that was out.
Oh, no.
So I grabbed the mega pack of hand warmers and I opened every single one of them and layered me and my girlfriend's bodies with hand warmers and proceeded to shiver the rest of the evening because it was so...
How did the propane spray everywhere?
Because the device I got on lightning deal was...
Another lightning deal.
So I have some reviews to do when I get home.
Maybe you shouldn't be doing like a Temu camping.
Here's the thing. All of us was a great group of people, and we had a lovely time. But there was a moment that I want to bring to you guys, to the listeners, as far as camping etiquette goes.
All right.
So we're around the fire. By the way, I built it. It was beautiful. We did run out of the 4 bags of logs and had to go forage in the forest.
When you say you built the fire, we've had some arguments on this show before. Did you do this with 2 sticks and some twine, or did you just use a lighter and some fuel and light that sucker up?
I built box into teepee, and then we had smaller sticks, and then I brought lint from home. So thanks to my cats and human hair, we got that bad boy ablazed.
Okay, and then so what went wrong?
So we're all enjoying ourselves. Whip the karaoke out, everyone's singing, dancing, and then we start seeing flashlights coming towards us. And we're like, oh, God, it's the security. Like, we're already too loud in the middle of the forest. It wasn't. It was 4 random people who heard us, and all of a sudden they're like, we want to join your party.
Oh, no.
And all of a sudden, it was like everyone. It was a group of 13 that we were all like, we don't know what to do right now.
Well, were you guys outnumbered by the group that took you over?
Absolutely not, but we were outnumbered by their confidence and us just trying to be cordial, but in a way did not necessarily want them there. We were all on different levels.
Nobody had the balls to be like, hey, we're having a friend birthday thing. We're just, we'd rather just have it be us.
So
yes,
little
you
balls,
can. No,
so
you
little
can't.
balls that they joined in on the karaoke. Like, they're like, do you have Kenny Chesney? And I'm like, okay, here you go. So,
you can't do that unless they really go overboard, Celine, because if you guys are like, we were having a party already and you guys are ruining it, get out of here. You look like an absolute jerk if you try to do that. There's no way you would do that.
You're an absolute jerk if you just show up to somebody's campsite and be like, can we join your party?
They were nice people, and I don't know if maybe they listen to the show. They didn't mention it, but we have big airwaves.
Right.
So we pulled the, I'm getting tired, guys. And everyone just went to their tent.
You guys staged a sleep?
And as soon as things were clear, went back out and did karaoke again.
That's a move that like a kid would do. Like if somebody shows up at your sleepover that you don't want there, you're like, oh, guys, we're real tired, right? All right.
I feel like that was the nicest, route at that point. So that was one thing that we didn't know what to do in that moment. And Camping 101, tell me what you would do. And then 2, just out of the middle of nowhere, I witnessed not only a hitchhiker, but someone pulling over and picking up a hitchhiker.
Oh, I didn't even think people still did that.
That was only in the movies.
Yeah, that doesn't happen that much anymore, I don't think. People are very, very split on this over on the chat side of things. Somebody says, Sean is right for real, that you get too old to camp. I only camp at Rolex 24 each year. Zephys Biker says, Sean's a baby. Camping is fun. I agree with Sean. Camping is a young person activity. People are back and forth. I really think firmly, I believe, if you're over 30, what are you doing to yourself?
All of us were over 30, and it was a great time. We just, it was too cold and the rain. And
it would have been even more fun if you guys were just at somebody's house or a big Airbnb or something.
No, we said, Lauren, next year we're going to do a hotel, okay?
Yeah.
We got our camping stuff done.
A resort, even better, a place where you just can get food, drinks, comfort, warmth, everything you're looking for.
It was an interesting evening. I mean, I don't regret it. I regret the tent that I own, and like I said, I'm going to light it on fire.
What do you think, folks? Are you too old to camp at some point in time? Let us know. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com, record your first dispatch or second or third or whatever right now. Meanwhile, in Merritt Island, Florida, is where this goes down. Residents near Kennedy Space Center say they're not upset with the rocket launches. It's a nearby plant that is really bothering them. The plant partners with NASA, and they say this place is called Air Liquid Plant Facility.
Air Liquid? That doesn't make any sense.
They work with gases and technology used in space missions, and the place is just always making noise. They start midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. You can't escape it, they say. It's just unending noise from this facility, which to that I would say, aren't there rules? I mean, there must be like a noise ordinance or something.
Not
even
for
if it's
something
by
that big.
Maybe NASA gets around the noise ordinance because they're NASA. That could be the case. Let's see what they say here. Here's Fox 35, our friends over there.
Centers say it's not the launches that keep them up at night. It's the noise from a business that actually does work with NASA.
Yeah, and they've complained about it for years. Now they're turning to Fox 35 for help. Let's get out to Randy Hildreth. She is live tonight in Merritt Island. So, Randy, even deputies are asking for our help.
Yeah, good evening to you both. So I can tell you I haven't heard the roaring noises myself today, but neighbors
now it's quiet.
Near this company say that the machine started cranking up after midnight this morning, well before their alarm clocks.
That's
so not
annoying.
only talking to neighbors
Yeah, I
and
would
law
go
enforcement
crazy.
today, I've also been trying to get answers from the company Air Liquid about when they will comply with noise ordinances. Neighbors on Dalboro Road in Merritt Island say the nearby Air Liquid plant shouldn't be making this much noise. A ruling by a special...
That is pretty loud. I would not want to be living right next door to that. I feel for you folks who live in this neighborhood. And certainly there should be there should be a window when they can and can't make this kind of noise. Maybe they'll say that we have a facility that has to operate around the clock. I don't know. That seems like it would be very, very annoying to live next to for sure. Let's get to a couple emails real quick. Let's see what's going on with you guys. You can email tips@thenewsjunkie.com if you'd like to stay anonymous. That is absolutely fine. We start out with this one. Here is James from Plattsburgh, who is joining us. Hey, News Junkie crew. Love your show. Listen wherever I can. Yours is the most interesting and entertaining show on the radio. In parentheses, he puts, other than Howard Stern. What are you doing, man?
Of all the things you could have said, emailer.
2025, have you listened to that old man? My God. It's definitely by far the best, blah, blah, blah. I have a question for Sean. A few months ago, we mentioned something about being at a family member's home in Plattsburgh, but I missed the rest of the story because I was listening in my car. I used to live in Plattsburgh, New York.
You missed it because he switched to Howard, so he wanted to want you to repeat the story.
Now that I'm back, would you mind? I was just curious if Sean ever lived and went to school there, or if he just has family there, was talking about a past visit. I used to go to Plattsburgh once every year or so when my family would drive to Vermont. I was born in Vermont, in near Burlington.
Coat factory?
And, or actually near St. Albans, where I was born. And I lived there till I was about 6 years old. And my mom had a very good friend who lived in St. Albans. So when we would drive from all the way from South Florida to Vermont, when we got up there, we would stop and meet this friend. And I won't say her name, but
Stacey.
We used to go and be friendly with her and her kids, and we would play with them. And I
What
knew
kind
this
of
lady
town
for
is that?
years.
What is it like?
Plattsburgh?
Yeah.
It's a decent-sized town in New York, and a lot of people into hunting and stuff. I don't know. It was a nice place to visit, and I appreciated going there, and everything was fine. But when my mom died, this woman got mad at me. That there was the woman that we used to visit in Plattsburgh, and I never could understand this. I still don't understand this to this day. This woman got so mad at me. She was my mom's best friend. And when my mom died and my dad started dating this woman, I didn't really care to meet this person. I didn't trust them. I don't need to get into why, but I had very valid reasons for feeling all of these ways. And this woman kept asking about my dad's money because my dad was sick with cancer at the time. And my mom's friend in Plattsburgh said, "You're an asshole.
Oh,
this woman is a nice person and you're being mean to her." And I said, "How am I being mean to her? I've never said anything to this person. I've not said anything bad about them at all. I just am not opening a bridge to them to become buddies. She's not going to be my mom or something."
And that's your choice in business.
And she was mad. She goes, "This is mean. Your dad likes this person and you should be nice to her. You should call her and talk to her and have a long conversation." And I said, "Kiss my ass. Who are you? Kiss my ass." And she kept
pull the whole like
at me.
your mother would have wanted you to do
Yes, she did. She did. She absolutely did. She goes, "Your mother would be so disappointed in you right now." And I said, "Are you kidding me, lady?" And I ended up blocking her on Facebook because she just kept messaging me mean stuff about this lady.
Like Howard Stern would have done it.
He probably would have.
Yeah,
so
right.
I don't think about Plattsburgh much because that's who comes to mind when Plattsburgh comes up in conversations. And I was just befuddled, if you will, about that whole back and forth. Anyhow, otherwise, I like Plattsburgh, and it seemed like a pretty nice place. So thank you.
It's just weird to me because it's like that was your mom's friend. It's not like it's your dad's friend, and your dad's friend's like, "Hey, your dad could really use you to send out this olive branch, and you can kind of make nice with the new girlfriend." Yeah. You'd think the mom's friend would be defending your mom.
Yeah, exactly. She had never met her before. She was only calling my father to console him after my mother died, and she started talking to this woman. And I guess this woman just kept complaining, and she goes, everybody's mad at you for doing this. Your father's neighbor is mad. I'm like, what are you talking about? My dad has not said anything about it. She was crazy. This lady was just crazy. So that's my Plattsburgh story. I don't know if that's what you wanted, but you got that anyways. When we come back, we'll hear from...
email back like, "That's my mom, actually." So weird.
Oh, that would be a great connection. When we return, we'll get to more of your emails coming in. And this person who was maybe just tired of the expensive gas prices, wait till you hear what they did about it. A whole lot on the way. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
The Monsters kick off 2025 with their first big party of the new year, Saturday, January 18th at Tuffy's in Sanford. Presented by Mills Air. Get the details now at realradio.fm/events.
There's a bit of commotion on the roadways. Move over and slow down if you see police activity or emergency vehicles. The off-ramp from I-4 westbound to Maitland Boulevard, that is closed. There's a serious accident on Severin Boulevard affecting southbound lanes between Curry Ford Road and Michigan Street. Just travel with caution on the roadways this afternoon. And if you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by ExpressPros.com. Let Express Employment Professionals help you hire for contract or full-time jobs. Forget about recruiting, sifting through resumes, and interviews with unqualified applicants. Go to ExpressPros.com to find the location near you. That's ExpressPros.com.
Folks, I have a drawer in my house, and inside this drawer is all of the business cards of the great businesses that I've found in town that I want to support. And these are companies that you stumble upon through recommendations or reviews or just meeting somebody, like in this case, Leon Mills, where I go, I am proud to tell people about this company because I know it's going to be a good experience that they have. Mills Air is one of these companies, and they are the best of the best. If this is the stuff you look for in a company you want to help you out when your AC breaks, like a locally owned and operated company, a family owned and operated company, those kind of things are important to me, and honesty is very important to me. And they've been in business since 1992, serving people just like you and helping them out in times of need. Their techs can service any brand out there, so don't worry about that. And Mills Air is a Carrier Factory authorized dealer. What does that mean? It means they can get you rebates up to $1,275 toward a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you could always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. So if you want to work with a company that I have in the drawer at my house, a company I trust, this is that company. 407-277-1159. That's 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
Oh, mornings. Some people love them.
Okay, you have everything for your math test, and Mom, then what
some people hate them.
Everybody get in the car. Go, go, go.
We've all got to do them. Good thing Wawa's up and ready for you every morning. With fresh coffee, hot sizzlies, and fast, friendly service to keep your morning moving right along. Mornings made easy. Gotta have a Wawa.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news, commercial and SBA loan rates are falling too. Get a quote to refinance your business loan today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't just wait for the big game. Bet on big playoff games every weekend. Only on Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us and turn playoff predictions into paydays. If your team season is already over,
looks like they're headed home early.
It only takes $1 to make any game interesting. Download Hard Rock Bet. Win your first bet or get up to $100 back in bonus bets. Payable in bonus bet up to $100. Not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Tijuana Flats is back better than ever. Check out their new blackened chicken in a bowl with $2 queso. It's so flavorful. Next time, I'm trying the fresh grilled steak. Check them out, Tijuana Flats.
The new year means new health goals, not just for your body, but your finances too. Your personal info is in so many places that are outside of your control. It only takes one mistake, and not even your mistake, to expose you to identity theft and lost funds. If your identity's stolen, LifeLock's restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed, or your subscription money back, and resolve to make identity, health, and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Visit LifeLock.com and save up to 40% off your first year with promo code CLAY. Terms apply.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Live live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got questions after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Your music, radio, and podcasts are on our free iHeartRadio app.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. C-R-E-D-I-T. Credit. That's credit. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Hear it here first. Then everyone else will catch up in a week or 2 or 4. You're listening.
We've got so much to talk about today, and we need you to get to the finish line, as always. We'll get to some of your dispatches. Some of them have been good today. We got some winners in there, and we certainly have time for yours over at thenewsjunkie.com. C-Lane, do you ever say or do something around your house, and your wife looks at you with just that judgy look where she goes, what are you doing right now? Who are you even?
I don't know about a who are you even, but there's definitely judgment coming my way.
Like, really? You're gonna do things that way?
When I get on my my tangent of nerd videos, I'm spiraling in Nerd Videoville. Yeah, and she's like, "What are you watching?" She came home from a Broadway show. When I was finishing that movie that Sabrina took forever to see, what was it called?
The Substance.
The Substance. When I was finishing The Substance, and it was like it was like the very
"It's me, guys, Elizabeth."
Yeah, it was the very graphic part. She came home right at that. I just paused it because I was like, "There's no explaining what's going on the screen right now." And even the pause, even the still, she was like, the hell are you watching?
For those of you who don't know, the movie The Substance is all well and good, normal, good storytelling, everything's fine. And then the ending is the weirdest 15 to 20 minutes you've probably ever seen in your entire life. Right. So to walk in the middle of the ending of this movie would be a bit jarring for anybody, I think.
But I think a lot of the stuff that I get like the judgment on is Ashley and I differ very much on when we consider food to be inedible.
Yeah. You got a longer leash on that one?
Yeah. So, I was just forced to throw away an entire chicken because it had only been in the fridge a couple days, but I didn't take it out of the paper container that, that Publix gives it to you in and put it in a better container.
No, you just give it a smell. Fresher. You just give it a sniff.
That's what I do. She thinks if I'm sniffing it, then that's a sign that I shouldn't be eating it. If I'm even sniffing it, I don't get to tell her whether it smelled good or bad. She just hears the sniff, and that's bad.
Throw it out.
The last time I got this, which is the reason I brought this up, was I just recently bought a bunch of new boxers. As I told you guys,
because your old ones had black soot in them, right?
No, they didn't have black soot in them.
I knew that.
Sabrina made that up. It's not a thing, I don't think. Although there were a lot of people very curious and emailing about that. They're like, where's the black soot from? What's going on with the black soot? This was just because I needed to upgrade, right? I needed to get some new stuff. So I got some new boxers. And then she goes, do you want to put those through the wash? And I go, no. And she just kind of looked like,
I was always told, you're supposed to wash it first, before.
There's like chemicals and stuff.
Nobody else has worn these, I don't think. There's not a guy at the factory testing them out by putting the boxers on.
I don't know that for sure.
I don't. I'm asking, kind of.
I don't even know if that was the argument that my mother would have made for that, but she would always wash things for a first time before I wear them, and I would have. They're fresh from the store. They're brand.
Mm-hmm. That's what I thought.
They've never been newer. Now, I did get called out by somebody in the chat because you were saying Sealand's wearing collared shirts, blah blah blah, and the one I was wearing I had just gotten for Christmas, and they're like, yep, we could see the fold marks in it from it coming off that shelf.
Yeah, see, that's what I do. When I get something, be it from the store or online, I order it, and it's a shirt or piece of clothing or whatever, I'm excited about it. I want to wear it. I put it on. I wear it for that day. I don't feel like I've got to cleanse this brand new thing. I almost feel like it's the cleanest it's ever going to be.
Yeah, but when it's come in a clothing that's so close to your private parts, especially if it comes in a package, like I just always think of it being in the factory and the ceiling and and the use of all the chemicals. Like you could smell it as soon as you open the package, and that's why it gets one wash to get all that stuff.
Yeah, but when you put it in the
off.
wash, it gets chemicals on it, right?
No,
like
just organic soap. Some love.
At our house, we use the Tide stuff. We use the Tide, and I'm pretty sure that's chemicaling the hell out of
organic soap.
Organic soap, you hippie. What's going on over there? There's got to be some chemicals in it. No, it's just completely organic. Nothing bad in this stuff.
Just made from the earth to clean the best way.
I just take the stuff
off the soap tree.
I take it right out of the packaging and I put it on. And you know what? There's something about it. I don't know if it's in my brain or otherwise. It feels good.
Yeah, I feel like that first wear is refreshing.
You telling me, Sabrina, if you get a new package of socks, you wash those before you put them on your feet?
No, those socks go right on my feet.
Nothing more glorious than that brand new sock that you're pulling over your feet right out the package.
Listen, if the chemicals thing was like an irritant, if there was like one time, it would only take really one time for me to put on like a brand new pair of underwear and then like really just messes with my coin purse. I would have to go, all right, now I have to wash all these, but knock on wood, has not happened yet. So I'm still going to go brand new.
Yeah.
Same. I haven't had a bad experience with it, so I feel like it's okay. But she did that look where she's are you sure you don't want to try these out? And I said, I think this is because you're a woman.
That's always a good argument. That's a good way to start the conversation.
I know it sounds brazen, but I mean it in this way. Women think I purchased these underwear. You bet your ass I'm going to clean these underwear the first time before I wear them, because there's a different experience when women wear underwear versus men wearing like boxers or something.
Figured out.
That's my theory. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Will wear the same boxers for 3 days and then turn them inside out and wear it another 3 days.
I won't do that.
I've never turned anything inside out to wear it. Where are you getting your man facts?
No, I've known guys who have done that.
Thank you.
I've known. I
think 17-year-olds?
Regular guys don't do that. But regular guys will wear the same pair of jeans 15 days in a row.
I do that. I'm doing it right now.
Oh, yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. It's fine. Although you were camping last night. Were you camping in those?
Yeah, but I haven't been home. I haven't been home. I just went.
Is it going to be nice and smoky when Jack goes in there to do the show?
Probably. I did spray myself quite a bit, and I'm just I'm hoping that's
with
not
organic
the case.
soap.
You bet. You bet your ass.
Go ahead.
So you were saying that the woman experience is different. Are you saying that because in your case you wear boxers, but in the case of women's underwear, it's closer to the skin?
That's just my take. My perception is
that's your assumption.
When guys go to buy underwear, they just grab them off the rack and get them. I've seen things like where women will try them on even at a Victoria's Secret. Yes.
No.
Like, there's like things you have to wear to pull them over the things to try them on. I've seen it before.
No woman friend of mine. There's
seen
no way in hell I would try on underwear, and then if you don't like it.
And that's why I've heard this. And okay, hold on. Follow me.
Sense.
Follow me and tell me if I'm wrong. You go into, let's say, I'm just going to use Victoria's Secret because everybody knows what that is. I've been there before where it's a big bin, right? Guys never have this circumstance. It's a big bin full of underwear, and you pick through them to find
5 for $25.
Yeah, right.
That certainly is a thing.
So people's hands have been all over them. So then you go, I'm going to wash these things.
Yeah, that would be a wash. Especially because you were probably, when no one's looking, sniffing them.
I wasn't sniffing them. I don't like being in those stores. I feel strange, and I especially feel
strange when dudes are
They probably do, because I am like the guy who's hiding from people, but then realizes he looks like he's hiding from people, so tries to look less like he's. Yeah. That's what I end up doing. And nothing is worse than when I'm in that circumstance, and then Courtney goes, I'm going to go try a couple of things on, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that. And then I'm alone in the store and I'm looking around.
Like, babe, let me see how it looks. Or you get in there with her just so you don't feel weird outside. That's why shop online, people.
I know. It's so much better in every way. And you don't have people digging in a bin, touching your underwear, for God's sake. I just think that's maybe potentially why there's a difference in this. Ladies, let us know. Gentlemen, let us know. Go send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. We'll see what you got with those on the way. There was an email I wanted to work in because there was a story behind this. This was Justin emailing tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Greetings, guys and gal. I hope that you could open this video. It's not anything sexual or surprise nudity.
Yeah, I heard that before. Guess what it is.
I got to tell you, that makes me concerned that it's exactly that thing that you're saying it's not. But I'll check it out here. Hang on. They said there's no sound to it. It's captured from a Ring doorbell at somebody's house. And they said, I didn't notice anything until the notification from the app. I have no idea what this is. And if anybody on the show knows what this is or has an explanation, that would be great. Obviously, this is not what it is, but you can see it looks like there's a fairy godmother.
Oh,
at least to me.
What the hell?
So I hope you are all well, and I love the show. Thank you, Justin. He thinks there's a fairy godmother in security footage.
With a cowboy hat on.
There is something weird here. For all you who are just listening today, which is most of you, I'll put this up on See It Now. But when we look at this video he sent, the first frame looks like there's some little pixie thing or something in the bottom corner.
Yeah, it's like a pink hue. And then what is the alleged fairy godmother, and now it's gone. But it appears very quickly. Hold on. I feel like I know what this is. Play it one more time.
All right, hold on. Right here. We go back.
Okay, buddy. You ready?
What is it? You saw
I know
that?
exactly what it is.
What is it?
Okay, so this is a camera that is behind a window.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the night vision turning off and going to regular color. So that's that weird red light when you have a Ring cam with night vision. You know what I'm
I've
talking
seen
about?
that. I've seen that before.
Without an actual light. So that's the reflection off of the window. You're welcome.
Yeah, that's one theory. Another one is that it's
you.
a fairy godmother.
Or that,
we have to,
or it could be that, yeah.
We have to explore both of these.
Sea-Lane, thoughts?
I think it's like a weird lens flare. And I think it does have to do with what Sabrina's saying, where why does it look like it's in a different place?
It is here. It looks like it's switched over somewhere else. I'll put this up on See It Now, as I said earlier.
All right. Fairy godmother.
Look, people need help, and they reach out to us. You guys can do this. If you have questions, if you need a little assistance, and you think we have some advice for you to give, we're here to do so. I don't think it's a fairy godmother. I'm going to say.
It's the reflection. Part of it's the reflection of the camera in the window.
We'll let everybody decide. We'll put this up on the See It Now section of the newsjunkie.com.
Sean doesn't want to hear anything but it's a fairy godmother.
No, I don't think it's a fairy. What do you think? I'm crazy? I don't think it's a fairy godmother. I don't believe in fairy godmothers. I don't believe in any of this.
I wish you would have never sent that email, sir.
Why?
You're going to start a huge fight. Everyone's going to be racking their brains and thinking about this fairy godmother with a cowgirl hat on.
I used to get a motion notification on my old Ring doorbell camera almost every time it would get dark enough that the camera switched to night vision mode. And I was like, they haven't figured out that that's what that is. Like to maybe put something in the programming of the camera to not trigger emotion just because you've switched to night vision mode.
Right. Well, is it because they figure most people are going to be, it's going to be outside of a window? It's not going to be shooting through a window? Is that what does it? Or does it happen anyways, regardless?
That's what made that pattern there. But I'm just saying I would get the notification that something happened when nothing happened but the camera switching.
See?
Okay.
Shouldn't have sent that email.
We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll
I never want to talk about this again.
First things first, you can decide for yourself, is it a fairy godmother or a glitch? I'll post this up on See It Now during the break, and then we'll get into this person who was a bit fed up, it seems, with the price of gas and went to really, really astonishing lengths to battle back. What happened? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
You should have said, I'm gay, and then done a rep.
Honestly,
I thought about doing that.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
Traffic is up to speed on most of the major roadways. However, on I-4, there's still some delays before State Road 429 between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. There's congestion on I-4 before St. Johns River Bridge. The off-ramp from I-4 westbound to Maitland Boulevard, that's still blocked. And just travel with caution. The roadways in your area might be wet. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
Once upon a time, I was in an exclusive cult run by powerful elites. That cult was Hollywood. I escaped and created Red Pilled America, a storytelling show that tells the stories Tinseltown ignores. Listen to Red Pilled America on the iHeartRadio app.
If you're ready for some outdoor family fun, head to Sanford Riverwalk on Saturday, February 1st for the Touch a Truck event. Seminole County Office of Emergency Management is hosting this disaster equipment showcase for Severe Weather Awareness Week, where everyone can see and experience vehicles and equipment from agencies that respond during and after severe weather events and disasters. Saturday, February 1st from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's time to touch a truck at the Sanford Riverwalk at Fort Mellon Park. Head to realradio.fm/events for more details.
Future Health. Do you know how GLP-1s like Ozempic and semaglutides can help you lose weight? Find out if they're right for you at tryfh.com.
Tryfh.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
Right now at Verizon, you can get one line for less than you think. Just $50 per month when you bring your phone, which is less than you spend on Bella's Dog Walker and Glam Squad every week. Get one line on unlimited welcome for $50 per month with autopay plus taxes and fees at your local Orlando Verizon store today. $15 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply.
Looking for the best donuts and breakfast treats in town? Then you got to go check out Shipley's Donuts. With more than 60 varieties to choose from, Shipley's Donuts serves freshly made delights daily. Visit them today at 2225 South Cimarron Boulevard.
Game on! Coach R.C. Hill here from R.C. Hill Mitsubishi. If you've been fumbling around town in a car you hate, then punt it. I need to kick off my new year. But first, all my 2024 rides must go. So this month, you could drive a new Mitsubishi for just $1 down. You can even save up to $10,000 on a new Mitsubishi with a lifetime warranty. Plus, we have over 200 used cars, all with warranty for just $1 down. See all my MVP rides at rchill.com.
Credit and $1 down require bank approval. Offer ends January 31st.
Galen College of Nursing is opening a new campus in Orlando, bringing our now approach to nursing education to Central Florida. Our newest location will offer student-centric campus design and clinical technology, private study spaces, and the on-demand academic resources you need to help make your nursing education journey a success. We'll do everything we can to support you right now. Learn more at galencollege.edu/Orlando.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news if you're considering a reverse mortgage. Rates have improved again this week. Get a same-day quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Allergies are torture, but Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you beat your allergies for good. Exact is clinically proven to give long-term lasting allergy relief in 3 injections. That's right, allergy relief in 3 injections. No matter how long you've suffered, no matter what else you've tried, with 3 injections, you can experience relief from your allergies. Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus. Go to aspireallergy.com to book your appointment today. aspireallergy.com.
As a military dad, I'll admit my first deployment didn't go great for my kids. I wasn't ready. So every time I'm gone, I just focus on doing small things better. I schedule video calls during their dinner so we can still eat together. I read books they're reading so we can talk about them. I send them an email every day. It just takes a little effort. But it's worth it, guys.
Dads, duty matters in and out of uniform. So choose to be a father first today.
Tijuana Flats is back better than ever. Check out their new blackened chicken in a bowl with $2 queso. It's so flavorful. Next time, I'm trying the fresh grilled steak. Check them out. Tijuana Flats.
Is credit card debt ruining your life? Did you know you have a right to settle that debt for much less than you owe? DebtBlue has helped people just like you resolve millions of dollars of high-interest credit card debt. They can help with payment relief, the burden of rising inflation, and have a large portion of your debt wiped clean. If you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt, a free 10-minute phone call could save you thousands. Discover how to reduce or completely resolve your credit card debt. In fact, we're so sure that we can reduce your debt that we offer the Debt Blue Success Guarantee. We don't get paid unless your debt gets reduced or resolved, so there's absolutely no risk to call. For your free debt resolution plan, call 800-375-1158. That's 800-375-1158. The call is free. The consultation is free. The more you owe, the more you can save. Call now. 800-375-1158. 800-375-1158.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare information guide absolutely free. Call 800-919-3200. 800-919-3200. 800-919-3200.
Hey, it's Bobby Bones. Join me and former NFL quarterback Matt Castle for our new podcast, Lots to Say with Bobby Bones and Matt Castle. Between us, we have over 17,500 passing yards, multiple New York Times bestsellers, and 1 Mirrorball trophy from Dancing with the Stars. So where else are you going to find a show with that much athleticism and football insight? Listen to Lots to Say with Bobby Bones and Matt Castle on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart.
Open your free iHeart app and search Lots to Say with Bobby Bones and Matt Castle and start listening.
New Nissan start at $18,900. We got to make room for new models at Sutherland Nissan Orlando.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, credit, CREDIT, credit. That's credit. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
The game of magnets, taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
On TikTok, and a lot of people who rely on this for a nonstop deluge of content are freaking out. It's going to be Sunday that this is going to be shut down. Oh, so no. Sad. And I look at this, maybe I'm the weirdo here, but when I look at the story of TikTok closing down on Sunday, I think when Trump weighs in and he goes, I'm going to save TikTok. I'm going to come in. I'm going to put a pause on this, and we're going to get like 30 to 60 days to figure it out. We're going to sort this out. We're going to save TikTok. I'm TikTok's daddy. You guys helped elect me, blah, blah, blah. I look at it and I go, dude, home loan interest rates just hit like 7% again. We've got problems with people being able to buy houses. We've got problems with like much bigger things. I know that TikTok seems important right now, but is it really? For some of you, maybe, but for me, it's like if TikTok closed tomorrow, I would say goodbye to my followers and would never think about it again. Bye. I wouldn't. I just see you later.
Here's a weird thing. I just opened mine up, and I guess.
Is there a message or anything?
No, I haven't seen anything like that, but I keep getting. Hold on, the volume's going to automatically go on, but I keep getting these notifications that so and so followed you on Lemon 8, and I'm like,
really?
What is Lemonade? I certainly don't have that downloaded, nor do I remember signing up for it. And then I just looked up a news story, and apparently it's like the sister company of TikTok.
Yes, yeah. They have been pushing this for the last...
I didn't sign up for it.
6 months or so. And I think right now they're going, let's get everybody over there. And you know why they're pushing harder? You mentioned just the other day, Sabrina, that some people were going, okay, well, I'm going to get off TikTok and I'm going to get off this other super Chinese app, or I'm going to download this other app that's Chinese.
Yeah, Red Note.
And a Red Note, and I'm going to be on this one instead. And I think TikTok doesn't have a part in that. So they go, let's push everybody over to this other app that we have, Lemon 8. And
ByteDance, they launched Lemon 8 in Japan in 2020, and it's seen a steady increase in popularity. They call it like Instagram Reels meets Pinterest board.
Yeah, it says a lifestyle community powered by TikTok.
I don't want to be on that.
This says TikTok pushes users to sister app Lemon 8 ahead of potential ban. Lemon 8 could also face a ban under the same law that could ban TikTok.
Well, I mean, if the Lemon 8 is powered by TikTok and they shut down TikTok, there's literally no power.
Yeah, you're done with this. One thing that I've been very surprised by is there's so many folks, a lot of you Gen Zers, who go, where am I supposed to go? And somebody will just use Instagram Reels. And they hate Instagram Reels. I don't know why, but they hate them. They go TikTok or bust. That's what I want right now.
Reels can get real weird, man.
Does TikTok have the same concentration of videos that get a lot of attention, even though they make infuriatingly zero sense?
Oh, you mean like somebody cooking a recipe and the recipe gets dumber and dumber and dumber, and then it's just
until
trolling you to watch
something that was never going to be edible in the first place. Something that like, hey, I learned this hack, and he does a couple things, and there was nothing got hacked.
Yeah, I don't look at TikTok enough. Sabrina would be.
But I see that on Instagram all the time, and those videos
are annoying.
Well, they're annoying, and they keep feeding them to me because they're awful.
Because you keep watching them. That's why. That's why this happens over and over again. Courtney started looking the other day at these memes on her Instagram as she was scrolling through, and the memes were all frogs saying offensive things. And she goes, "What is this?" And she stops on the meme, and she goes, "Look at this. This is a frog saying like." Sup my bitches or something like that, right? And I can't remember, Courtney, if you're listening, if you happen to be listening, send me one of those memes because she had them and the frogs are all saying offensive stuff and it was weird. So she would show me and I'd go, oh, that's ridiculous. And then her entire feed became frogs saying offensive things. And it just absolutely takes over. That's how the algorithm works on some of these damn things. Let's get to these folks who are in trouble, including this guy, Juan Abreu Reyes. And Juan Abreu Reyes is 35 years old. He's facing charges of grand theft and dealing in stolen property. What did he do? Well, he had a pretty sophisticated setup to steal something very expensive out there, just like loan and interest rates right now. This was fuel, which is super, super expensive, as you know. And he had a special way to get at it. Let's see what they say here. This is Local 6 talking about this. Hang on, is this the body cam? This is the body cam footage.
Unlock the car!
He's got a minivan. Oh, he's going to break the window.
He's refusing. He's trying to put it in drive.
Oh, he's taking off. We got a police chase on our hands, folks.
Yeah, he's taking off.
Now, we'll find the reason why he's taking off in just a moment here. Because this 35-year-old was stealing gas.
From the pumps, 1031 to the parking lot.
I don't even know exactly how they were doing this, but they had a sophisticated setup of tanks in the back of the minivan. And they had a pump that could siphon the gas. So I think maybe they go over and like lift up something and get into the actual tank.
Like where they drop off the gas.
Yeah, where all the gas is stored. And they pop it down there. And this thing had 300 gallons of fuel in it that they were stealing.
I would not sell fuel. Like
I don't know. Yeah, you could just go up to somebody like, want to buy some gas?
Or he keeps it in a tank in his house and just has fuel now.
For yourself? You'd have to have it for yourself because would anybody buy gas from a rando? Just some person?
How much money am I saving?
It's like $1 a gallon. Go over here and it's not Wawa, but it'll do. It'll keep your car going.
I would not feel comfortable driving around in in some sort of makeshift fuel tanker. You know,
right.
300 gallons of gas.
Yeah.
You know how dangerous that is?
In the back of this thing. The cop pulled him over. Oh, he ran. Get him! Get him! What's that noise?
It's the cop.
What's he doing?
I don't know.
He runs like C-Lane karates.
That's like Mickey Mouse. Get back here.
I don't run a lot.
Stop resisting. 10-15 dog bite. Send me units.
What happened?
All right. I think he's stuck in the fence is what's happening right now.
He's saying "ay,"
and
which is "ow" in Spanish.
And he's hurting.
Get off my door!
I want to see them go over to the car, and I'll explain what's going on here.
On the ground! Come out to me!
You're caught, buddy.
Come out to me! Come out to me now! Get your on the ground!
All right, there he is. That's him getting arrested. And then when they went into the minivan, they found 300 gallons of fuel.
Do they show inside the minivan?
I don't think they do, which is super upsetting
unfortunate.
to me. Yeah,
I want to see the tanks.
No, this is just him getting arrested. There's tanks in the back. There's tanks in the back of the van. There's a pump. There's 2 50-gallon drums, 2 large batteries. Great. You got a battery right next to a whole bunch of fuel. And they took the guy into custody. He faces charges of grand theft, organized dealing in stolen property, unlawful conveyance of fuel, resisting without violence, and operating an unregistered motor vehicle.
So they basically gave him intent to sell.
Yeah.
Do you have to prove intent to sell? I mean, what if he really was just wanting to keep 300 gallons of fuel at his house?
And he was just stealing it for himself? His attorney's going to have to make that case. We'll see if it works out for him. Let's go over to you and work in some dispatches before we find out what's happening next on the show. And somebody they got theories now to this ring cam footage that was sent in by a listener, which you can see on See It Now over on the newsjunkie.com. Here we go.
Hey, guys, happy day. Speaking of ring cameras, there was a meteorite or asteroid, whatever you want to call it, that made impact to the ground, caught on camera for the first time, and it just comes flying in off the screen and slams into a little wall or a doorstep.
I feel like I've seen that before.
You actually hear it impact the ground. It's pretty wild stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if I saw that exact video, but I think I've seen one.
I feel like that my ring camera would not even capture that correctly. Every time I see videos or something, I'm trying to see what happened. Or we got a package the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I swear the video started with the woman walking away. I was like, well, what good is this? You should have been recording seconds ago.
You've told us stories like that before. This happens to you regularly.
Same.
So I think it might be. You guys got to upgrade. You got to get a different one.
I got the upgrade.
I
It's
got
just
an upgrade.
You have to set these motion zones. Because if you just leave it, it'll give you so many notifications all the time.
Oh,
the
I
person's
see.
at your front door, and I look, and there's nobody there. It was just a leaf that.
So is the problem that it's either too active or not active enough?
Yeah, can't find that sweet middle ground.
It's not giving you enough alerts.
I have a huge section of my driveway that's covered in 2 cameras. So, the other camera got the lady, but I guess I just maybe set it up that way so I didn't get too many notifications because now all the cameras are going off. There's a person here. There's a person here.
I want all the notifications. I want to know what's going on around me at all times. I watch them all. I go back and look at the footage. The only thing, interestingly enough, I obsessively watch these cameras when something is going on. The only thing that I did not see was when somebody broke into Courtney's car and stole something. It's the only thing that escaped my attention that I did not see. The only valuable moment that I could have spent watching the app was not the one that I paid attention to. Let's go over to Insecure Walrus. He's joining us again today.
Well, I have a bad habit of buying clothes at the store and then not washing them before I wear them. And it's usually not a big deal. I do worry a little bit about chemicals or something from the factory. However, one time I did buy some underwear, and I haven't bought this underwear since. I wore it without washing it, and it turned a lot of stuff, various colors.
Oh, God. Well, you don't want that. You're getting something from a place that you should probably avoid, I think. Many people saying that you're camping wrong, and that's why you think that it's you get too old to camp. There's better ways to do this. Here's 03 USMC.
Hey, you guys are doing camping wrong. You go out by yourself for a couple nights and just zen out. Go to a site called Hip Camp, so you don't have to deal with somebody coming over. Jeez.
What's Hip
Can I be honest? I got to be honest with this guy. That sounds like the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
That sounds terrible to me.
Hip camp sounds like a teen summer camp.
He said
a nightmare.
Like the cool way to camp, the way he camps is you go out by yourself for 3 days in the woods, and you just zen out and spend time with your. No,
I can do that on my couch.
Hip Camp looks like an Airbnb for campsites.
Why do you need to rent the place? Hipcamp.com.
Some places, Sean, you have to pay to go camping.
You do? Why would you pay to go
camping?
camping?
To reserve the spot.
Really?
Yeah, it's national forest.
It's just foreign to me, folks. I don't, when I think about camping, I think misery. I think that sounds bad. You're far away from all the creature comforts that I like.
The place that I've gone, I don't think we had to pay or reserve anything. As you just show up and set up. But the group that went, they used to go twice a year, and they would go in October as well. And one of the times they went in October, the Rangers showed up and said, "You guys cannot be here." They're like, "We're here every year." I was like, "This is hunting ground."
Oh God!
This time of year, there could be bullets zipping around, and they made them all.
That would have ruined the camping trip.
In the middle of their night. In the middle of the night, they made them all pack up all their stuff and move to a different site.
I don't blame them. I would take heed on that warning. I would absolutely listen to them. Here's Deland Nomad talking to Sabrina about camping.
Hey, what's up, junkies? So, Sabrina, you actually may have dodged a bullet without being able to fill up your air mattress. I've found that in the past, thinking an air mattress was a good idea when it's super cold out and you're sleeping in a tent tends to actually be more cold because of the air inside of the mattress.
Oh, yeah.
And by the time it deflates, because that's what all air mattresses do,
how dare you?
That's usually when you start to actually get warm. So, hey, man, might have been a blessing in disguise. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
I did still fill it up. It was freezing cold, but when things started to warm up, it rained. And
oh, my God.
And it turns out my tent's got leaks in it. So, once again.
Just say no.
No, we can do it again. I think I'm going to rent a converter van.
Why would anybody do this? Like the RV
fun.
thing?
We had a great time. It was a very fun time.
When you go to Bonnaroo and you get like an RV or something where you guys can have a home base, you can have a place where you can get out of the... That's fantastic. That's fine. I could do that. But if it's just us pretending we're Cub Scouts and going outside and setting up a tent, which is always a pain in the ass, getting all your stuff ready and fighting the outdoors with all the snakes and bugs and...
First thing they said when we pulled up, they're like, all right, just so you know, we have bears. And then your campsite's over there to the right.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
I don't want that. I'm going to pass on that. What do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch right now. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina, what's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Robbie Williams, he's on his promo tour for that weird CGI monkey movie, and he shares the worst story that certainly is not helping to promote. Science has determined who is more influential, the Beatles or the Stones. The cure for cancer can wait. Plus, there used to be 1,000,001 things to do in NYC, and now just 1,000,000 things thanks to Carrie Bradshaw. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for our Thursday, we are going to be starting off the day with some patchy light showers and cool temperatures. But as we head over the course of this afternoon, we are going to gradually dry things out. Only a 20% chance of rain today, a high of around 63 degrees. That's almost 10 degrees below normal for what we would typically see this time of year. As we head into the weekend, though, temperatures do warm back up into the mid-70s, but it comes with the price of increasing shower and storm chances. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Verdict with Ted Cruz Podcast.
I'm Ben Ferguson.
And I'm Ted Cruz. How do we win? How do we enact Trump's legislative agenda? There's a huge debate right now in Congress over how to get it done. I take you behind closed doors and explain it all.
Download Verdict with Ted Cruz now wherever you get your podcasts.
A new year comes with new hope, new optimism. It's time to start fresh and look ahead. At International Diamond Center, we're excited to be a part of your special moments in the new year. We've expanded our selection for 2025. Our diamond inventory has never been better. All sizes, all shapes, real, natural, precious diamonds at the best direct importer prices. And it doesn't stop there. We're showcasing all the new styles and trends in engagement rings and fashion jewelry, inspired and created by the world's premier designers. No one has more fashion-forward jewelry than IDC. Plus, our Swiss watch collection is mind-blowing with a fabulous selection of pristine pre-owned Rolex watches. So as you look ahead and plan for a new year, remember International Diamond Center, locally owned, internationally connected, with a staff of non-commissioned experts who will guide you every step of the way so you can buy with total confidence. Welcome to 2025. Let IDC help you celebrate what matters most in the new year. Your love. Altamont, Waterford, and Millenia.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help that often requires only simple maintenance. However, if left untreated, could lead to costly repairs. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello from A1 Garage Door Service. Don't wait until a simple garage door repair becomes a major problem. If your garage door is noisy, if bugs are getting in, or if it struggles to open, your garage door is in need of repair. From simple repairs to upgrades, it's A1 from day one. We fix garage doors fast and with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. Our springs, rollers, and openers are tested by running them up and down, open and closed, all day, 24/7, so you can feel confident with every A1 garage door repair. Replacing the bottom rubber on your garage door can have a huge impact on the number of bugs you see in your garage and in your home. Keep those creepy crawlers outside by calling A1 Garage Door Service today and receive the best service, best parts, and best warranty in the industry.
A1Garage.com, A1 from day one.
Call today and take advantage of our $29.95 tune-up special.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick. Soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors. Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
Let Express Employment Professionals help you hire for contract or full-time jobs. Forget about recruiting, sifting through resumes, and interviews with unqualified applicants. Go to expresspros.com to find the location near you. That's expresspros.com.
Picture this. You're cozy by the fire sipping cocoa. Or out on the town grabbing a well-deserved nightcap with a peace of mind knowing your pet is safe at home with Invisible Fence brand. Your customized pet fence gives you confidence that wherever winter takes you, your pet has both freedom and security. With Invisible Fence brand, service and safety never stops. Visit InvisibleFence.com to learn more.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare information guide absolutely free. Call 800-919-3200. 800-919-3200. 800-919-3200.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Your direct line to the heroes that saved Canada that one time.
Happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. And if you miss any of the show today or ever, if you ever miss any of the show, you can always get more by subscribing to the podcast for free over at thenewsjunkie.com. I was telling you the frog memes, the offensive frog memes that Courtney just got flooded with all of a sudden is like.
And it's the frogs saying it, or it's just pictures? Like it's
like this. It's a simple little thing with like stupid frogs wearing hats and
Giddy
stuff.
up, sluts.
That's it. And then all of a sudden she looks at that for 5 seconds, and the way the algorithms work, get ready to get a whole lot more of these offensive frogs because that's the way it goes.
It happens all the time to me. I looked up like one random thing, and all of a sudden Instagram thought that I was building a deck.
Yep, here you go. Deck content nonstop.
I'm not building any decks.
All right, let's get into it. Here we go. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Sup, my bitches? Or
nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. That is where you find him. That Mortgage Guy Don. He's looking out for you. Refinancing, buying your first dream home, perhaps looking into a reverse mortgage, comparing your quote, and everything in between. He has your best interests in mind. He's going to treat you like a friend, not like a number like all the other mortgage companies would. So work with That Mortgage Guy Don. Go to the website, and here's the jingle.
Don't miss the book, compare your quote with That Mortgage Guy
Don.com. 16 years ago, 2009. The guy from this group right here, or you can give me his name.
Oh, Boy George.
Boy George is right, and oh boy, was he in big trouble. It was on this day that he was sentenced to 15 months in prison for false imprisonment. Isn't it ironic?
Mm-hmm.
He did, I guess it was illegal back in 2008. You can't handcuff a male escort to a wall.
The laws are just getting out of control.
Yeah.
They truly are.
What's next, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, be careful, or at least make sure to give the male escort a key next time you want to handcuff him to a wall. Let's get some updates on the LA fires and what the celebrities are doing to help out.
Okay.
And nobody really cares all that much, but...
So far we heard Beyonce gave like millions of dollars.
Yes.
And then somebody else allowed their relative to stay at their house with them.
Dr. Quinn, medicine woman?
Yep, said that her co-star could stay at the house along with his family. And so it's all over the place. And now we have this guy in the mix.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
That is correct. And he is giving 1 million buckaroos that's going to various charities.
Damn.
I do not know the charities, but 1 million is a good chunk. The Eagles, the rock band, not the NFL team, they're donating $2.5 million to the upcoming fire aid benefit concert.
All right.
No word if they're going to be performing, but I feel like if they're going to donate $2.5 million, it kind of sounds like we'd rather not play.
I'm not trying to question them, but if they are playing, which was one of the suggestions that the Eagles would be performing at this fire aid, do you think the $2.5 million they're donating is the fee that they would normally charge? To play at one of those shows?
I mean, $2.5 million sounds about right for the Eagles.
Yeah, the Eagles are
a
big
stadiums.
Mm-hmm.
But they probably won't be there. Dave Grohl spent his 56th birthday making chili for firefighters and victims.
That's cool.
So that's exciting. YouTube and Google are pitching in $15 million. A charity collecting clothing for fire victims says that it got, quote, the most incredible amount of stuff, the hugest amount of stuff from Jennifer Lopez.
All right. It's nice.
Meghan Markle donated clothing and beauty products to teen girls. State Farm, California's largest insurer, has canceled a planned Super Bowl ad. So there's that. And finally, never mind. It was Mel Gibson, and we already went through that. He kept his Oscars, just not his home.
I really feel like Dave Grohl is out there, even though he does a lot of great stuff like this. He wants to win people back over, man. After
the cheating stuff, huh?
The cheating stuff really hit him hard because people loved Dave Grohl.
Yeah, and they've trusted him for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Kelly Osbourne recently came out saying that all these celebrities, they're going and doing things just for a photo op should just stay home unless it was burned down. Seems very upset that everyone of the celebrities going out into the field making chili for the firefighters. They're just doing it to look good.
I think she called them disaster tourists. I think that's the word she used.
Well, I'm sure that now that she's going viral, she'll get a nice chunk of check because she's still putting her word out there. I'm done talking about that. This guy right here, perfect timing. Perfect timing.
That's
Bob Dylan?
Bob Dylan is right. And this is very exciting, everybody. Bob Dylan has joined TikTok.
Yeah. Bob Dylan.
Perfect
Bad
timing.
news.
Yeah. He has joined
Who wants
TikTok.
to tell him?
It was on a Tuesday, and it will no longer be a thing in less than a week. So I'm looking forward to the content that he's going to put out there. One user wrote, "You've got 30 minutes, King." Another person said, "Bob Dylan saved TikTok." Others still made reference to his catalog in their posts, noting that TikTok is knocking on heaven's door. So there you have it. You see, because he has a song.
Yeah.
He's knocking on heaven's door.
Mm-hmm.
And TikTok is almost dead. Drake was suing one company over Not Like Us.
Mm-hmm.
And then as of the last couple weeks, he did drop the lawsuit against Kendrick Lamar and his record label, right? And I think maybe Spotify. Oh, he's back in the lawsuit game, and this time he's going to sue his own label. How about that? He's suing his own label, Universal Music, for defamation because they promoted Kendrick Lamar's diss track, Not Like Us, which calls Drake a pedophile.
This is so weird to me. This totally feels like that Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively thing where every day there's something else about it. I'm like, what? Just move on. Go on with your lives.
Do the other diss track or something. I mean, it is, of all the songs to hit platinum, it does suck that it's all about him being a alleged pedophile.
But I think you can get so, I didn't know it was about that. I thought it was about him not being black enough for them. But when I see a story like this, I'm like, you get so obsessed with this person that you're fighting that you stop making new stuff and you stop doing things.
Yep, he says that Universal Music intended to convey the specific, unmistakable, and false factual allegation that Drake is a criminal pedophile, and to suggest that the public should resort to vigilante justice in response. Add that Universal intentionally sought to turn Drake into a pariah, a target for harassment, or worse, because it would profit from damaging Drake's reputation. Started from the bottom, and now we're in civil court, baby. Robin, not Robin Williams, may he rest in peace. Robbie Williams.
Mm-hmm.
He is doing the tour for the CGI monkey biopic movie that is bombing at the box office currently, and I will watch it at some point. But in this promo tour, most recently in Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, he admitted that he once berated a crowd of people in wheelchairs for not standing up. And to that I say...
Madonna did that once.
Yeah, they did mention that, but he shared that story. It's a real long story, and you haven't got time. And he said, well, give us the short version. Basically, I confused the wheelchair section in my show for people that weren't standing up and enjoying themselves.
Brutal.
I berated them, got the whole audience to point at them and boo. And stamp their feet, chant out, 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 until it was realized that he was screaming at the wheelchair section. So there you have it. And finally, science has done the work. Researchers have put in the time. And now we know who is more influential, the Beatles or the Stones. Any guesses before I reveal?
Oh, I would. Jeez. I would have to say the Beatles.
They used Wikipedia's list of 479 mainstream rock performers to see which artists they named as influencers.
Okay, that's an interesting way to figure it out. So they are saying if a band says we were influenced by either the Beatles or the Rolling Stones, they get a point.
Absolutely. So Red Hot Chili Peppers mentioned 112 times, Queen 114, Elton John 114, U2 139. But in the top three, at number 3, is the Rolling Stones.
Wow.
Led Zeppelin at number 2, and it was the Beatles who were triumphant. 210 mentions of influence. So, imagine. It could have been you. I don't know why I said that. What does
It's
that
already
even
out
mean?
there. It's already out there.
Boob Tube, we got the series premiere of Hollywood Squares on CBS. Law & Order returns, baby. Bum, bum, na, na, na. 55th season premiere of Sesame Street. And the premiere of the behind-the-scenes limited series SNL 50 Beyond Saturday Night. Kenny Chesney and Dusty Slay will be on Fallon, as well as Perkle Deemley and Dings McDodgeram. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram.
Those are not real names.
Perkle Dingley.
Perkle Dingley is not real.
I can't wait to see Perkle Dingley.
Yeah, and I mean, the new release of Diggs McDodger Ram. If I could just
Diggs McDodger Ram.
follow your dreams of me on Instagram at Sabrina Amber. Say it with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
This is what camping does to the human mind.
It's like I am downward spiraling by the minute here.
You don't come back from camping
Starting to
relaxed.
sweat.
You come back from camping needing to relax.
Correct.
On account of the camping. And I had no idea. I swear to God, this is how camping dumb I am. When people started to say over in chat, like, oh, yeah, it's not free. It costs money. You got to pay at some of these places to rent out the camping grounds. I had no idea that was a thing. I didn't know.
Some places, yes. Some places, no.
Like, this is a national park, so it's not expensive, but it does help with the maintenance of the park.
I thought it was the great outdoors and everybody could just pop a tent out there and enjoy their weekend.
That's when you get murdered. At least people, like, you're checking into a place. There's a front gate.
I didn't even think about it being dangerous out there. I just thought about it being bad and boring and not safe for adults out in the woods.
Wow, hates
camping.
Howard Stern would go camping.
Probably no. That man's never been camping in his life. Get out of here. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from you. We got dispatches coming up, plus something that is happening in New Orleans right ahead of the Super Bowl. What are they doing? This might surprise you, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
The Monsters kick off 2025 with their first big party of the new year, Saturday, January 18th at Tuffy's in Sanford. Presented by Mills Air. Get the details now at realradio.fm/events.
There's a bit of commotion on the roadways. A couple things to look out for here. A disabled vehicle on State Road 408 westbound at Conway Road. An accident where Goldenrod Road meets Pershing's Avenue. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Alafai Trail westbound at Sand Lake Road. The left lane's blocked there. The off-ramp from I-4 westbound to Maitland Boulevard, that's closed due to police activity. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Safe Touch Security.
Save up to 50% on select security systems with Safe Touch Security. With upgrades like remote door locks, video doorbell, thermostat control, and camera, all controlled by your MySafeTouch app. Visit safetouch.com. State license number EF200020049.
This earful of Rail Radio is sponsored by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
Real Radio wants to provide the assist on your holiday bills by putting $1,000 in your hand. $1,000 13 times a day. You know the drill. Just listen for the keyword to win $1,000 each hour weekdays from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Then take that keyword and enter it on our website, realradio.fm. Whether you do that on your phone or your computer, we don't care. What we do care about is that you answer the phone from a number that will probably say no caller ID when they call back the winner, because that's how you get $1,000 in your hand. This contest sponsored locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Hi there. I've got a clogged drain.
A clogged brain? I have that sometimes.
No, a clogged drain.
Try yoga or drinking tea. Earl Grey is the best.
Earl Grey? No, I'm calling Frank A.
What do they know about tea?
When it comes to clogged drains and plumbing issues, you want a trustworthy, courteous technician that's dedicated to customer satisfaction.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Ooh, should we get an app?
Appetizer? Nah, not for me. Trying to save some money, you know?
You know what you need? The Upside app. Gives you cash back on essentials like gas, groceries, and dining. You could earn up to $10 on every restaurant meal.
Upside? What's the catch?
No catch. Just download the free app, claim an offer, and get real cash back at places like Popeyes, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut.
Okay, now that's the app I'm getting.
Download the Upside app and get a 10% bonus on your first restaurant purchase. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Monster BTK, the latest installment of the critically acclaimed Monster franchise, exposes the chilling story of one of America's most infamous cases that shook Wichita, Kansas to its core.
When people said BTK, you think of a wild-eyed Manson-like character. What we didn't understand is he was the guy next door.
Listen to Monster BTK on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Monster BTK to start listening.
At Galen College of Nursing, our now approach to nursing education means treating students as humans. We give you the care you're taught to give your patients. And we prepare you to practice with immersive experiences and on-demand resources to help you fulfill the potential you always had. Regardless of who you are, if you pursue nursing education at Galen, we'll do everything we can to support you right now. Learn more at galencollege.edu.
Are you drowning in credit card debt and tired of your financial situation? You are not alone. These times of massive inflation have people just like you strapped. The Debt Management Group can help. In the first free call, they will explain all the relief programs you may qualify for to get you out of debt fast without having to file for bankruptcy. Here are what a few Debt Management Group clients are saying about their service.
They saved me thousands of dollars, especially in interest. I would have never paid off this debt without their help.
I felt like it was a burden lifted off my shoulders. It felt amazing, and I felt like I could actually see a future for me and my kids.
The sooner you call the Debt Management Group, the faster you can get the relief you deserve. Call now to get a free debt assessment. It's free information on all the debt relief programs you qualify for, plus guaranteed confidentiality. Call 800-375-1169. That's 800-375-1169. Call now to find out about the best debt forgiveness, consolidation, modification, and settlement programs available. 800-375-1169. That's 800-375-1169.
Here's how Tax Rise saved Yvonne over 99% on what she owed the IRS.
I got a letter from the IRS saying that I owed $69,000, and I had no idea what to do. That's when I contacted you guys.
Our tax professionals at Tax Rise jumped into action. They helped Yvonne file her back taxes and get into compliance, but they didn't stop there. They negotiated directly with the IRS to fight for her case.
Effective immediately, the IRS has accepted. All they want in return is $100. Thank you guys so much. I can't even explain how grateful I am.
We're so happy we got Yvonne the relief she deserved. We've helped thousands of clients find solutions to their tax problems, and we're ready to help you. To find out if you qualify for a tax relief program, call TaxRise today, 888-507-0053. For a free consultation, call 888-507-0053, 888-507-0053.
Results vary, not guaranteed, uncompensated testimonial. TaxRise is not IRS affiliated or a law firm.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks Vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick. Soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors. Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max used for adults only.
Right now, Wawa Rewards members can enjoy any size hot coffee for $1, any size iced coffee for $2, and a 16-ounce Monster Energy for just $3. Choose 1, 2, or all 3. Simply open the Wawa app and redeem your bonus offer. Not a member? Download the Wawa app to join Wawa Rewards and start saving today. Mornings made easy. Gotta have a Wawa.
Future Health. Can weight loss meds help you lose weight? Visit tryfh.com.
Tryfh.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Stream on your free iHeartRadio app today.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GREEN. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Radio, 104.1.
On the bright side, we're not dead yet. You're listening to the...
We're going through the most viral stories of the day as the tagline goes. Learn more about the show by making your way over to, at some sort of decent pace, thenewsjunkie.com. The Super Bowl is about a month away, which is kind of crazy to think of. I don't know. I don't know who's going to end up there. Oh, boy. That's bad territory for me to be in. I don't even know what teams are doing well right now. I'm so disconnected.
Wow.
I know that they're excited for it in New Orleans. I know that probably with the terrorist attack over the holiday break, they're very, very focused on security at this event. I would imagine it's going to be real zipped up security-wise. I got to tell you, I've never been less excited for the halftime show. I don't know that.
Who's halftime?
Kendrick Lamar is the halftime show.
Duh. I'm excited for it.
I always think about the catalog that the person has.
You know what
and
it's
for
gonna
me,
be?
it'll probably be the Drake song, but I don't even know that one much. I've only heard it one or two times.
That, though? It does mention quite a bit and alludes to his, being a pedophile, allegedly. And the idea that this song haunts him so much that the Super Bowl halftime show, everyone will be chanting the A minor line that's probably got to hurt a little bit.
I just looked at the lyrics to it while you were talking about that story to see which part was about that. And I couldn't even find that in the lyrics because I don't know what's going on with them. But I looked at that and I said, how could you even sing this during the Super Bowl? Every line has a curse word in it, so it's a lot of self-censorship that has to go on. And, of course, that's going to be live. It's going to be a live performance, you would think. And I'm not deep enough on Kendrick Lamar that I go, ooh, this is going to be exciting, as I was for, I don't know, most of the last performance I was at least interested about. I didn't really care about the Maroon 5 one all that much. I like the older performers. I like when somebody with a huge back catalog is going to be the performer for the Super Bowl. But we'll see how this goes. Maybe it blows me away. I'll give it a chance, just like everything else. Maybe Kendrick Lamar is great for the Super Bowl.
Do you want to hear who's who's looking to be in the Super Bowl? I put that.
Like special guests, they're going to be alongside him?
I think she's talking about teams, Sean, football teams.
Football teams? Yes. Well, I mean, we know this pretty well, but you could reiterate for the listeners that aren't deep into the world of NFL lore.
Yeah, right now we're looking at odds because they had, of course, crazy wild card weekend not too long ago. And they say for at 280 points of odd points, the Detroit Lions, Kansas City Chiefs, 350 points. The Eagles out of Philly, 400. Baltimore Ravens, Bills.
I thought you said it was Kendrick Lamar.
I don't have any idea what this means. Who's the most likely to win the Super Bowl? Or to be in the Super Bowl?
It looks like we have some more games to play before we know that.
Okay.
Detroit Lions, it seems to be number one.
That would be crazy because the Lions suffered for a long time. They sucked. And
I feel like I'm getting this really wrong.
Lions fans were very, very upset. People are saying Lions versus Bills, LFG Lions. So Lions must be up there and doing pretty well. That would be a killer comeback because my friend Jared is J-Rod is a Lions fan, and I for about 6-8 years I watched this guy watch his team win like 2 games, 3 games a season, just
Dolphins?
Be miserable about it, and then finally, it would be equivalent, I think, to the Dolphins being that close at this point in time. But we're about a month away from the Super Bowl, regardless of who makes it that far. This story from ABC News says, as New Orleans prepares to host the Super Bowl next month, Louisiana authorities cleared homeless encampments around the stadium this week. And they relocated many to a temporary warehouse facility that cost millions of dollars to operate. There is something phenomenally interesting to me about when your city hosts a big event, just like they did in California, where they had this huge event, and San Francisco
when they had all the dignitaries there.
And
let's clean this up and put them in the warehouse real quick.
People walked outside in San Francisco and they go, what is this world of ours?
No poo-poo anywhere.
It's beautiful out here. Oh, my God. Take to the streets, everybody. And it was beautiful. And then the world leaders left and they let everything go back to the way it was.
That's exactly what I do when I have people over. Like I had a New Year's Eve party and there's my studio was just filled to the brim with stuff and you shut the door. No one's allowed in it.
Yeah.
And then it's all back out.
It's like you're getting ready for your parents to visit. So you start tidying up your place and you got to make sure everything's nice here. They go, oh, shoot, we got the Super Bowl coming. Round up the hobos, put them in the warehouse. We'll put some money behind this, but we can't let people see what's going on. And then everybody drives around for like a week going, the city is fixed. Things are healing out there.
What's all that noise coming from that warehouse with the doors shut?
Can't we just keep them in the warehouse? $1 million? If the warehouse is nice and has some beds and you get these people on track to integrate back into society, keep them in the warehouse. Then you figure something out along the way. That's the way I would see it. I don't see how you would ever go and clean up your city, get rid of all the tents and all the trash and all the homeless stuff, and find a way to go, okay, look, we've got them inside of a shelter now, and we got them in this warehouse. And we want to try to have a goal to get every single one of them back to employment. And then you go, well, everybody's gone. Let them right back on out. We'll go back to the tents under the bridge. We'll go back to all the problems. We'll go back to the poop on the streets of San Francisco. We'll go right back to it. That's what happens when these big events come to town. They fix all the things, and then they go right back to the way they were afterwards. And now we've got this happening in New Orleans for, the Super Bowl, which
Makes
again
him
is
sick, people.
It's about a month away, and I am excited for the Lions, baby. Let's do this thing. Lions and the Chiefs or Ravens, says Lisa over on YouTube. I believe you. I'm not here to challenge you on any of this knowledge. I just don't know anymore. Mm-hmm. I have to know my areas, like rap music. I know a lot of modern music. I know a lot of rap songs. I know a bunch of it. But I know my territory, and I go, let me stay out. If anybody's pulling rank there. Football, you want to tell me that the Lions are going to make it? I'm okay. I believe you. Lions, let's go, Lions. They're going to make it. They're going to be in the Super Bowl. Meanwhile, while those folks try to head for the Super Bowl, Trump is headed for the White House, and he is making some announcements here. This is on Truth, and he says, it is my honor to announce John Voight, Mel, My House Burned Down Gibson, and Sylvester Stallone to be special ambassadors to a great but very troubled place, Hollywood, California. So they're going to be ambassadors towards Hollywood. I think they may have just made this up. I'm not sure I've heard of this before.
I've heard of the ambassadors elsewhere, but within the United States, what does that mean? What do you get?
Ambassador to Costa Rica might be a thing, and you have your ambassadors in these other countries. Ambassador to Hollywood, I hadn't heard of that. They will serve as special envoys to me for the purpose of bringing Hollywood, which has lost much business over the last 4 years to foreign countries, back bigger, better, and stronger than ever before. These three very talented people will be my eyes and ears, and I will get done what they suggest. It will be like the United States of America itself, the golden age of Hollywood. So they're making Hollywood great again, apparently. And those people are involved. John Voight, Mel Gibson, and Sylvester Stallone. Thing is, as far as I know, and I wish them the best. I wish everybody the best. I want America to win all day long, red, white, and blue, proud American. I want America to win. I don't care who's the president. I want us to be on top. But strategically speaking, Mel Gibson and John Voight in particular, sort of on the outskirts of Hollywood, like not really the most popular people in Hollywood, California.
Is John Voight even making any noise lately?
No, but when he has done it in the last few years, it's been to praise Trump. So
he likes Trump.
I think I know
Mel Gibson
why
likes
he's the
Trump.
ambassador of Hollywood.
Stallone likes Trump. Those are the three biggest names in Hollywood that supported Trump. And now they're going to bring back the golden age of Hollywood. So I'm just here to watch it all happen. And I'm excited for the best of the best. We go over now to some of you dispatching, sending in some photo dispatches. One of them from AJ Supa says, camping can be comfortable and fun. You have to have the right setup. Look at mine. What is this tent? This tent has a couch in it, for God's sake. It's got multiple rooms and stuff.
If I was there for longer, then sure. That rug probably would have done well as far as the cold goes, but this is for a week. Right, this is not some quick overnight.
At least a couple days.
Yeah, you're spending some time, and you can live in this thing.
That
wouldn't be bad.
Not even 24 hours.
It's better than the warehouse. Okay, thank you for sending the photo dispatch in, AJ.
That's not your good couch. That's the camp couch. That's the garage couch.
Let's get to VW Shane, who knows somebody who steals gas.
So this is from a few years ago, but I actually know a guy, and he was kind of a group of people, but they would steal gas down in the Dominican Republic.
Mm-hmm.
And their last, like, kind of venture doing this involved, like, a tanker truck on the road. It's a crazy story, I know. But the truck actually, like, crashes, and at the last minute, the guy and his crew steal the tanker part of the truck. And they never sold it, though. They just had, like, a big party, and a bunch of people who, like, were into cars and stuff showed up, and they just got, like, free gas for the island. It was very strange.
Oh, this is
weird guy. Always talked about family and, I live my life a quarter mile at a time.
Who is that? I live my life a quarter mile at a time. Is that
Vin Diesel?
That's Fast and the Furious.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Family. It's all about family. Fast and the Furious. Thank you, VW Shane. I knew you were going somewhere. Didn't know exactly where, but we arrived at the location.
It was when you
regardless.
changed tenses.
Yeah. You Paul Walker.
That was part of it. Where you went, the last time my friend did it, and then the car crashes. Well, it doesn't crash. It crashed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Dispatches are for lots of things, even that. So we are eager to hear your lovely voice. First-time dispatchers right to the front of the line. Get yours in over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. When we return, some insane news for Southwest Airlines. One, that could possibly be some mailbox money for you. Ooh. And two, which makes my blood run cold. What's happening? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Today on the show, the FDA toys with the idea of reducing nicotine in cigarettes. Plus, a woman creates a unique distraction for her boyfriend to steal. Danny Meyering in for Date Night Done Right. Colbert Court with our buddy Glenn Klausman. A special appearance by musician Chase Padgett. Tons of prizes for trivia, plus your calls, texts, and talkbacks.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
Look out for some road construction off to the shoulder on I-4 westbound between US 1792 and exit 101. There's an accident where Alafaya Trail meets Sand Lake Road. A disabled vehicle off to the shoulder on State Road 408 westbound near Conway Road. The off-ramp from I-4 westbound to Maitland Boulevard, that's closed. Travel with caution on the roadways this afternoon. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Sunnyside Electric.
Hi, I've got a circuit breaker that keeps popping.
Okay, let me go online to get you scheduled.
That's great. Come on, what kind of a low-tech operation is this?
Here we go.
You've got mail. I should have called Frank Gay.
When you have an electrical problem, you want a licensed and insured technician with the latest tools and technology to complete the job right. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Game on! Coach R.C. Hill here from R.C. Hill Mitsubishi. If you've been fumbling around town in a car you hate, then punt it. I need to kick off my new year. But first, all my 2024 rides must go. So this month you could drive a new Mitsubishi for just $1 down. And that's a touchdown for not much down. You can even save up to $10,000 on a new Mitsubishi with a lifetime warranty. So get in the game for just $1 down. At R.C. Hill, we're all about affordability. And my perfect payment program is a playbook of solutions. My finance specialists work hard to help you find a car you love. So if your old ride makes you feel like a loser, then punt it. Because we have over 200 used cars, all with warranty for just $1 down. But hurry, a deal this good won't last long and won't go into overtime. I'm RC Hill, and I'm your car dealer next door. See all my MVP rides at rchill.com. That's rchill.com. Need to sell your car today? Visit rchillbuyscars.com. We'll pay you on the spot.
Credit and $1 down. Require bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. Offer ends January 31st, 2025.
The city of Tavares is throwing the ultimate street party, and you're invited. Rhythm on Ruby, Saturday, January 25th, downtown Tavares. 2 stages of live music featuring Blandini with members of Vince Neil, Slaughter, and 38 Special. Switch back to the 80s and the Shaylin Band. Bring your appetite and your dancing shoes. Enjoy dynamic street performers, food truck fights,
breakthrough GLP-1 medications that are transforming lives. You'll lose up to 15 pounds a month without feeling hungry or deprived. That's huge because it makes it easier for you to lose weight. And that's what we do. At Red Mountain, we specialize in medical weight loss. It's not a hobby for us. We've helped over 1 million people lose weight, and we can help you too with quality GLP medications that cost less than half the price of Ozempic. Visit us in person, online, or skip the doctor visits altogether, and we'll ship the medication direct to your door. Act now for a limited time. Save $100 on any GLP-1 program and get our lowest prices of the year. Find your weight loss solution and lose up to 15 pounds by this time next month at Red Mountain Weight Loss. Go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks VapoStick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks VapoStick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors. Use as directed. VapoStick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In Office Orlando.
I love it.
Join the millions already on the new and improved iHeartRadio app.
It's so easy to use.
The live radio dial, presets, scan, plus lyrics, podcasts, and your favorite artists' radio.
Type it in, and there it is.
Now it's even easier to discover what you love.
I love my presets. Adding presets is so much fun.
This looks really nice. Just in time for the new year, the new and improved iHeartRadio app. It's everything you love about your car radio in the palm of your hand.
Very cool update. 5 stars, guys.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GREEN. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom.
If you've flown this way, you might want to pay attention to this. And those details are coming up in just a moment on the show. Also got jury duty in a bit here. I can hear it. I can hear it right now. It's all the bros around the world rejoicing all at the same time because this just came down the pipeline, friend. It says the FDA officially authorizes Zyn nicotine pouches for sale following a health review. And this could have been like a bad moment for the whole world of nicotine pouches.
I thought they were, they're already for sale.
They were for sale pending this whole review that the FDA was doing. If it came back that they were really bad, they would have blown these things out.
Well, that was a quick flip from the FDA.
In my life, I've seen two things that seemingly came out of nowhere and exploded in popularity. One was vaping, and two is these nicotine pouches. And it just shows you how damn addictive nicotine is. It's crazy.
And the pouches were so interesting to me because, the pouches or dip have existed for a very long time. They had the... Camel had the snooze, right? Wasn't it? That you put in your upper lip, kind of like Zyn is, but I guess a little bit different. And that was for a particular group of people. That they worked outside, they had steel-toe boots, and, they loved the country. Mm-hmm. Now I'm seeing people that do Zyn that I would never in a million years know that they have, a pouch of tobacco in their mouth or nicotine in their mouth.
There's a ton of people.
Never touch it before.
And the people who get hooked on these things, they are in deep, man. They are it becomes part of their identity to have a thing of Zyn, a little pouch of Zyn for the rest of their existence. because they get into this stuff, or all the knockoff versions that they have, which
I think one of them is called Zone.
There is.
Creative.
And it's more powerful than Zyn. Like Zyn already, if you take, these are little pouches, folks, if you don't know, and you put them on your lip, there's no tobacco in there, nothing like that, and it just gives you a little zip of nicotine. And the U.S. Food and Drug Administration has just formally authorized these for sale after an extensive scientific review. Did
they ever authorize Juuls?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I know it tried to pull Juuls, and then they were going back and forth, and for like a half a week, everybody was going crazy, and that lady showed up to the 7-Eleven and bought said, give me all of your Juuls. I want all of them. I have thousands of dollars on me. I just want every Juul thing you have right on the table.
Out, Juuls. They said the FDA said it found the popular pouches. Here's the key point: posed a lower risk of cancer and other serious health conditions compared to cigarettes and other smokeless tobacco products. So essentially, they're giving the green light to Zyn and these products, saying they are not nearly as bad for you as smoking is.
But are they bad for you at all?
I don't know. They're suggesting that they're not as bad and not as likely to give you cancer as cigarettes are. But I can only tell you from experience, knowing people, it is, don't just try it for the fun of it. It is incredibly addictive. It is very, very addictive. it is obviously a very good time. It says the data show that these nicotine pouch products meet that bar by benefiting adults who use cigarettes and or smokeless tobacco products and completely switch to these products.
What is, we talked about a couple weeks ago, maybe it was more than that. Is Tucker Carlson still creating his own brand because Zyn did something lefty?
Oh, is Zyn woke? I didn't even know this was a thing. I do remember something about that.
Tucker Carlson has famously said in an interview that he does not have much time where he's awake, that he doesn't have a Zyn in his lip.
Mm-hmm.
But
and then a trans person put it in their mouth.
I think Zyn donated to something, or they made a statement or something, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, Zyn's a bunch of snowflakes, a bunch of hippies, liberals, and then Tucker Carlson, now he can't endorse Zyn, so he's got to create his own.
Here it is here. Alp. I got to assure them that I am 21 years old. And to do that,
you
I
click I am 21.
That says, I am 21.
Remember when porn used to be like that?
I'm headed in. It says Alp nicotine pouches, 6 milligram, 20 pouches, chilled mint, and then they got the warning on there. A better time. It doesn't say anything about
Who's that character
woke,
there, huh?
Some little dude with a hat on and a pouch in his hand.
For real?
And this is the alternative to woke Zyn, I guess. I don't know if it's making a big mark out there. It is quite pricey for these things. It's about the same cost of a pack of cigarettes for one of these things of nicotine pouches. But, man, people are crazy for these things. Absolutely nuts for them. And now they've been approved by the FDA. Over to Southwest Airlines. They're good. Everybody have one for lunch. Have one for dinner.
Yummy.
Everybody enjoy. That's what's happening. Southwest Airlines. There are two very interesting things happening. One is the Department of Transportation has just announced that they're going to sue Southwest Airlines. This could be mailbox money on the horizon for people. Why are they suing Southwest Airlines? I'm not sure why they are pointed out in particular, but the Department of Transportation says they have chronic delays on their flights. Chronic delays. And they call them unlawful chronic flight delays, according to Pete Buttigieg. Airlines have a legal obligation to ensure.
Buttigieg, you have 6 days left.
Come on, man. Their flight schedules provide travelers with realistic departure and arrival times. This action sends a message to all airlines that the department is prepared to go to court in order to enforce passenger protections. It said Southwest operated 2 flights that between them experienced 180 disruptions between April and August. God. That's Midway to Oakland, California, and Baltimore to Cleveland. Those two routes.
When you say operate, you're talking routes, not this isn't 2 individual journeys. These are two
the same route
of the route that they take that has had a lot of problems.
Yeah, and they say the Bureau of Transportation Statistics shows that Southwest was directly responsible for more than 90% of the delays on those two routes. So those two specific routes, they go after them.
Okay, but I get that that's bad. That as a customer of theirs, delays are not the greatest thing in the world, and are typically something that's very annoying to everybody involved. Mm-hmm. But do I have a right as an American to not have my flight delayed?
I mean,
I don't know.
Clearly, that they're being negligent in some sense. Like,
well, you do have rights though, because they mentioned passenger rights that have been passed. That
passenger bill of rights.
We've got some rights, folks.
Right,
it's
Pete,
finally time. This is perhaps more concerning because it says a Southwest Airlines pilot was removed from the cockpit this week from a flight from Georgia to Chicago. He was booked with a DUI. On a Southwest Airlines flight. Not great. What do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch right now. I don't know how many DUI pilots there are out there. I hope it's rare. I hope it's not a very frequent thing.
I tend to think that we would be surprised at how many pull it off.
You think so?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Once you get up in the air, autopilot.
The plane does a lot of the work for you. I do agree with that.
And depending on the length of the flight, though, you could start buzzed, and you're sober by the time you have to land.
Well, it could be that you partied the night before and you're still a little bit drunk when you wake up. That I could see. But if you're like hitting the bottle and then heading to the airport to fly people around on your plane, that's a wild choice. That is a crazy one. We will take a very quick break here. And when we come back, somebody is freaking out at one of these hearings, screaming stuff at a hearing from today. We'll see what they said and what's going on. We'll get to you and your dispatches. And something interesting happening in California with folks who are saying, we will not listen to the government. We're doing what we want to do on this. What are they doing? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
You know you can always text us, unless you're driving, at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Hey, this is Lincoln Kennedy. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
The Magic drop a spot in the Eastern Conference, falling behind Milwaukee after the Bucks beat them last night. Milwaukee's Damian Lillard dropped in 30. The 2025 College Football Hall of Fame class announced. The headliner is Alabama coaching legend Nick Saban, also elected former Florida and Ohio State coach Urban Meyer. And the Jacksonville Jaguars continue their coaching search. They interviewed Bucks offensive coordinator Liam Cohen yesterday. I'm Matt McCoy.
At Mercedes-Benz, there's a reason they go the extra mile. From testing their vehicles in desert heat and Arctic cold to creating AI that can anticipate your needs and preferences on the road, they demand that every car is worthy of their star because it's Mercedes-Benz.
That mortgage guy, Don, he's part of the Real Radio family, and that means he's taking care of your family. And when you're making big life decisions like refinancing, buying your first dream home, debt consolidation, well, you got to work with someone who's looking out for you, who has your best interest in mind. And that's That Mortgage Guy, Don. So get peace of mind right there at your fingertips by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Picture this. You're cozy by the fire sipping cocoa. Or out on the town grabbing a well-deserved nightcap with the peace of mind knowing your pet is safe at home with Invisible Fence brand. Your customized pet fence gives you confidence that wherever winter takes you, your pet has both freedom and security. With Invisible Fence brand, service and safety never stops. Visit InvisibleFence.com to learn more.
Ooh, should we get an app?
Appetizer? Nah, not for me. Trying to save some money, you know?
You know what you need? The Upside app. Gives you cash back on essentials like gas, groceries, and dining. You could earn up to $10 on every restaurant meal.
Upside? What's the catch?
No catch. Just download the free app, claim an offer, and get real cash back at places like Popeyes, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut.
Okay, now that's the app I'm getting.
Download the Upside app and get a 10% bonus on your first restaurant purchase. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
The new year means new health goals, not just for your body, but your finances too. Your personal info is in so many places that are outside of your control. It only takes one mistake, and not even your mistake, to expose you to identity theft and lost funds. If your identity's stolen, LifeLock's restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed, or your subscription money back, and resolve to make identity, health, and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Visit LifeLock.com and save up to 40% off your first year with promo code CLAY. Terms apply.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZQuil nights. Explore our products at ZQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Is credit card debt ruining your life? Did you know you have a right to settle that debt for much less than you owe? DebtBlue has helped people just like you resolve millions of dollars of high-interest credit card debt. They can help with payment relief, the burden of rising inflation, and have a large portion of your debt wiped clean. If you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt, a free 10-minute phone call could save you thousands. Discover how to reduce or completely resolve your credit card debt. In fact, we're so sure that we can reduce your debt that we offer the DebtBlue Success Guarantee. We don't get paid unless your debt gets reduced or resolved, so there's absolutely no risk to call. For your free debt resolution plan, call 800-375-1158. That's 800-375-1158. The call is free. The consultation is free. The more you owe, the more you can save. Call now. 800-375-1158. 800-375-1158.
If you're drowning in unresolved tax debt, know this. The IRS can place a lien on your home, garnish your paycheck, and levy your bank account. That's catastrophe for you.
We interrupt this message to bring you some good news about your tax debt. We're TaxRise, experienced tax professionals who can help you seek relief programs and work directly with the IRS on your behalf. Find out if you qualify with a free consultation. 888-775-9088. Eric from South Carolina owed over $74,000. We helped reduce it to $798. Troy, a disabled veteran, owed over $142,000 and settled at $500. We've helped thousands of clients with their tax problems, and we're ready to help you. So take the drama out of your tax debt and rise above your situation with TaxRise. For your free consultation, call 888-775-9088. 888-775-9088.
Results vary, not guaranteed. Client names changed. TaxRise is not IRS affiliated or law.
Freshen up your morning with a Wendy's breakfast, like a breakfast Baconator, or a grilled sausage breakfast burrito, or even a Honey Buddy. Ready for a fresh wake-up call? Gotta be Wendy's. Available at participating U.S. Wendy's.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com. Radio.
The game of magnets, taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
Courtney and I go out to see a lot of movies. We go to the movies a lot. And one of the things that I've been appreciating so much lately that I just absolutely have to support, I have to give it up for the people who are making movies that aren't hundreds of millions of dollars. I really do.
Keeping it under budget.
I love to see these smaller budgets and even like medium, like the Blumhouse movie Wolfman that's in theaters, $25 million, right? It's not this big, bloated, giant movie that in most cases is just a colossal waste of money. I just don't want to support that stuff so much anymore.
You hear about God, who's now I'm completely blanking on the director's name. Always
which one? Avatar guy?
Always has a massive budget. But I don't think it's Avatar guy.
James Cameron is Avatar guy.
He has I know that the new movie coming out is The Odyssey.
Mm-hmm.
And that
just massive.
As in
Nolan.
Homer?
Yeah, Christopher Nolan is definitely one of those guys that just huge budget movies.
And they say that this new one that he's working on has something like a $250 million budget.
That's ridiculous. There's no need for this.
Why?
You do not need to do this. And the quality of the film, I talked about watching that horror film, the Peter Pan one that came out, which most of you will not like. You won't like the movie. But it is straight up cinematically the same as other movies you see, and it cost them $250,000 to film it. It doesn't have to cost as much money. It doesn't need to cost so much money. I about lost my mind when I saw, and Celine, bring this up because I don't remember the numbers, what the budget for Severance Season 2 was. And the amount per episode that they were spending was just insane to me. It's an office space that's all whited out. It's the most generic set. There's literally featureless rooms. And how much was it for that show? For the season
20 million per episode.
$20 million per episode of a show. The episodes are like 30 minutes long, and there is nothing about the episode that looks expensive. It's done in some kind of industrial building. It's all whited out. There's very little going on visually. It's like they just found a fire and dumped a bunch of Hollywood money in it. I don't like that. I think that they could be smarter with this.
Wait, okay. Remember when, was it Amazon Prime that released the episodic Lord of the Rings series?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Very expensive.
That one had a high budget per episode, but we thought that was high for episodic television, but also it's Lord of the Rings. So do you remember what that was called?
I don't remember. It's the one on Prime. You're right about that. And it was very costly. And then in the United States, at least, it didn't land with people.
No.
People weren't into it. And
nobody was talking about that thing.
We even watched an episode or two.
That was $58 million per episode. And that's ridiculous, but it's Lord of the Rings style content.
Yeah, if you told me Game of Thrones this season cost this much money, they got dragons, they've got elaborate sets, they got all kinds of stuff. Sometimes the money makes sense. I'll give you an example. Wicked probably cost a lot of money to make, but they literally built these massive practical sets on water and huge fields, and that they purposely planted these colored tulips in it, and they put so much into it. I get it, at least on that level. When I see that Severance is $20 million an episode to make, what are you even doing?
Well, obviously, some S is going to go down in season 2, Sean.
Maybe.
There's more to it. Did you see their promo for it? Really cool. They set up the office, like the Severance office, with the actors in the middle of Grand Central Station.
Oh, really?
Wow. Like in a glass box, you could see Adam Scott,
yes,
and all the other characters who I cannot name their real names as actors and actresses. But it was
whose
really
fault is that? They put that first season out 18,000 years ago.
I just rewatched it. I can't wait to the new season.
It's good, but you know as well as I do, it wasn't even until the last several episodes that they went out of the office that they were filming in.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing, man.
It looks like you just rented a building, got a couple cameras together, and filmed this in maybe a couple of days. That's what it looked like. And yet they find a way to spend that much money.
ScreenRant.com is doing a how to say nothing in 500 words kind of deal here. But I think I got to the part where they're trying to at least explain a little bit. Severance Season 2, one of the likely reasons the budget is ballooned is the industry strikes that took place during the season's development, such as the 2023 WGA strikes. It was already taking a while to get developed, and the strikes only caused production to be stretched out even further, with Apple having to pay to keep production going throughout it all. It also has hidden costs that many don't think about. The massive cast with major stars like Adam Scott, John Turturro, and Christopher Walken. Getting film actors like this to have recurring roles on TV isn't cheap. And the set...
Yeah, but is it... how many episodes are in this thing? You were talking
10.
about like 210?
Yeah, so 20 million episode, 200 million.
$200 million to make a season of this? Christopher Walken's great, but he ain't that expensive, folks. It's not that much.
It says the set most likely costs a lot. I don't believe that. Despite it merely being an office building, The scale of the sets is absolutely massive, with Severance showing off many locations that are only seen once and then never again.
That is expensive when you do a lot of those things. But
I still don't know how you could know that if it's not out.
Yellow Jack on YouTube says, in my opinion, the high budgets for movies is about money laundering. You think they're up to some nefarious stuff over there? I don't know what's going on, but it seems wasteful. And I like the smaller productions. I just happen to like that when they seem to focus more on storytelling. Let us know what you think. It's time now to get into it. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the news junkie.
You know what I mean? Just ranting. I'm old man ranting again. I just like when I see the little guy make a movie, all the gatekeeping gets knocked down. Some creative people said, here's our idea. We're going to put this together. This would never get greenlit by anybody in Hollywood. They do it for a low budget, and then they win big. I love to see that going on.
But sometimes, they win big for just Sean Watson. And then
I know they win big at the box office.
What was the one about the long people?
I would not use my movies that I, as a gimmick, mentioned on the show. I would use like Blair Witch. I would use Blair Witch as an example of a very cheap to make movie. Everybody was enthralled with the idea at the time, and it made a boatload of money because it wasn't super expensive. And the best thing is some of the Blumhouse movies, the thing they do is you don't make a lot of money to act in them, but if the movie is very, very successful, then they got back end money that they make. And
you
forever,
become a producer.
Yeah, you get producer credits. You get, if you're a big part of the production, you end up winning real big on that. Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO is the number. 1-800-CALL-MO. After an accident, you pick up the phone, you dial the guy who's going to help you out and assist you through the process. And he wins all the time against these insurance companies for people just like you. 800-CALL-MO or go to justcallmo.com. Over in Los Angeles, as the city reels from these wildfires, and there's some percentage contained, which we learned this week meant, I believe, that they put borders around the fire,
right,
so that they're containing it to an area.
Until it burns that whole thing.
Yeah, until it burns it all out. And it doesn't mean like they've put water on it and knocked out that percentage of the fire. It means they've put up barriers and things to stop the burning. And they're starting to get to a better spot there. But amid concerns over looters targeting wildfire victims' homes, lowest of the low, absolute scumbags, some residents are defying evacuation orders and choosing to protect their properties instead. The homeowners have said they choose to stay put, taking security measures into their own hands while potentially snuffing out any embers that could ignite. I could see why somebody might want to do this, might want to stay behind. Ivana Monley moved to Altadena 20 years ago. She said she worked to prepare her home for natural disasters such as the Eaton fire. And about 50 people so far have been arrested for looting in wildfire evacuation zones. Just taking advantage.
I saw someone's security footage, like from inside their house, and it was just like 4 dudes walking around having a field day,
going shopping.
That's messed up, man. It's really screwy to do that when somebody's.
But also, scary situation if you decide to stay and it's you against 4 dudes that are there to loot your house. You can't call cops to come help you out.
In the evacuation zone, you might not be able to, yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they said, whoa, where are you calling from? I guess they would maybe have to send somebody. But they have told us before, you guys remember as well as I do, when hurricanes hit, they'll say, this is mandatory evacuation. If you try to call during the hurricane and you're hurt and you need help, you're on your own.
Write your name and social security number on your chest.
Legitimate. Yeah, they'll absolutely say stuff like that, because they know that they're not going to be able to help these people. But they want to take it upon themselves to face these people down. This woman said, I do have firearms, and I've been calling my friends to make sure I know how to legally exist with them.
What?
That's a very strange way of saying things, but Manley Street is among many that remain closed to traffic and is guarded by authorities against trespassers. There's no blockade, and I'm grateful for that, but I want to defend our house, they say. I'm sure a lot of you would feel exactly the same way. Were you in that circumstance yourself? Somebody jumped up at a hearing today as Biden leaves the White House. Everybody does their final press conferences and the hearings and stuff. And this was, I guess, Secretary Blinken, who was giving a presentation. Babe Blinken. And he... I'm
going to turn off my microphone.
He got heckled for doing this. Here he is. Let's see.
300 reporters in Gaza were on the receiving end of your bombs. Why did you keep the bombs flowing when we had a deal in May? We all knew we had a deal. Everyone in this room knows we had a deal, Tony, and you kept the bombs flowing. Why did you sacrifice the rules-based order on the mantle of your commitment to Zionism?
He's recording this himself just for the record, so he knew exactly what he was planning on doing.
Why did you allow my friends to be massacred? Why did you allow my friends' homes in Gaza to be destroyed when we had a deal?
Nobody is turning around that's in front of him, by the way. They refuse to even look a little bit.
There's one dude in all the press that goes, huh? What's happening back there? What are you doing? This, it turns out, solved all the problems.
Oh, good.
Peace accords. Everybody's good. Everything's fine. Good to go. And on the Israel front, it was super interesting to watch. Yesterday, Biden, in his farewell speech, or whenever he gave his farewell speech, Biden was like, I want to say right off the top, it was after 18 months of hard negotiations. He's taking credit for this agreement between Israel and Hamas. And then Trump said, it's because I said I would blow them to smithereens, turn the desert into glass out there. And he's taking credit. And their followers will follow suit. Here's what I think. Here's what I think is going to happen. We're going to go over to you right now. You can join us with the dispatch today on the show or any other time you want to. Send one over at thenewsjunkie.com. Somebody is inviting you to disc camp, Sabrina. You've got some experience camping as of late.
Disc camp.
It's the Discord, News Junkie Discord people. They go camping each year, and they say you're welcome to go with them.
Hey, Savvy, just want to invite you to disc camp, whatever we do it this year. Show you how we really camp.
We'll show you how we really camp. Hard to hear you.
Are you inside of a dryer?
It was a little bit rough on the audio. Listen back, people. Listen back.
I've heard about it, though. It does look like a great time, guys.
They seem to have fun out there. They do. I still say no to camping across the board, but they do look like they have an absolute blast. Here's Alfonso talking about Plattsburgh, which we mentioned earlier on the show.
Hey, guys. Years ago, I almost moved to Plattsburgh, transferred with the post office to Plattsburgh because it was the last place in New York before you get to Montreal. And my girlfriend lived out there, so I was going to do it. And I would have to drive back and forth through the border to Montreal, which is only about a 35-minute drive to the house that I would have to go to.
Yeah, it's close. It's close.
Love the show. Bye-bye.
That would be weird commuting to another country.
Yeah, it would be every day crossing the border a strange thing, I think.
Is it a whole thing, too? Or if he does it every day, do they recognize him?
They must.
Come on.
Is there a... This is going to be a
express
stupid
lane
thing.
across the border?
Is there a
TSA
fast pass? Clear? Is there a pre-check?
I think that the slower crossing of the border happens when you're driving a giant truck or something like that. They have even special passports for people to just land pass. Not special, but you can get the card instead of the whole book. I can't imagine that it takes a long time to go through if you do it every day.
Yeah, it just seems like it could be something that gets in your way. One last video dispatch in this moment from Herbie. Here we go.
Yeah, so I understand for these people the mortgage is due, but when the bank says, hey, mortgage is due or we're taking the house, why don't you say, take the house. There ain't nothing there.
There's not much left.
All it is property at that point. It's not even a house. So.
True, yes. But despite that, there's a lot of people who are showing up trying to buy those places.
That's why if you have a mortgage, you're not allowed to burn down your house.
Oh, man.
they do recommend that.
That's my house, though.
All right, go over to thenewsjunkie.com and send us your first dispatch right now. I did see that there's a lot of people, including, I think, Gavin Newsom, who are complaining, and they said folks are showing up, and they're offering to buy the burned down houses. And they're saying, here's what I'll give you right now for this property. And obviously they're trying to lowball them considering the circumstances. And Governor Newsom was like, this is wrong. I'm going to stop these folks. We're going to put these folks in jail for doing this.
Why jailed for offering?
If somebody's offered it, all they have to do is say no. Yeah. All they have to do is say, oh, that's not a fair offer for this. I'm going to deny that. Maybe they're in a really bad situation and they actually really need the money and it's a great offer for them. But it just seems weird to go, no, you can't do this. And it just those people can say no to the offer.
I mean, it's a great opportunity to build. I mean, you've got rid of the first part.
The structure is gone. There is not anything left over.
I guess it's a little predatory, but not illegal.
Yeah, it is predatory, but predatory can be useful if you're in bad situations. Maybe you really want to get out of there really quick. Let us know what you think with your dispatch or an email to tips@thenewsjunkie.com. When we return, updates coming in on TikTok. And we got to talk about Wendy Williams, who is in the news today. And she says, I'm fine. I don't know what anybody's talking about here. I just need help because people are taking advantage of me. Is she right? Is she the victim in all of this? We'll kind of explore that a little bit. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
The Monsters kick off 2025 with their first big party of the new year, Saturday, January 18th at Tuffy's in Sanford. Presented by Mills Air. Get the details now at realradio.fm/events.
Afternoon traffic is slowly creeping up on us. As of right now, there's no major problems on the majority of the major roadways. Traffic is up to speed there, although on I-4, there's some slowdowns approaching that Lake Buena Vista area, a bit of congestion heading through the city, and there's a couple accidents to keep an eye out for here where Orange Blossom Trail meets Hermit Smith Road. Watch out for an accident where Reddit Road meets Hoffner Avenue. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Batteries Plus. Lose your key? Don't get stuck without a spare. At Batteries Plus, you can get a key fob for up to 50% less than what a dealership would charge. Keys cut, key fobs programmed, and batteries replaced on the spot. Avoid a car key catastrophe. Get a spare key today at Batteries Plus.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Shipley Donuts, now open on South Cimarron Boulevard.
Real Radio and Tuffy's Music Box proudly bring you Clash of the Titans. January Justice, the rematch. MWO champion Amber Nova taking on IWN champion Hollywood Haley J. Both champions are putting their titles on the line in an epic battle for domination. Saturday, January 18th at Tuffy's in Sanford. Ringside seats are limited and will sell out. Secure your spot now and witness every slam, suplex, and smackdown up close. After the match, join us for the Monster After Party featuring DJ Angel of Boom, comedy from Ryan Holmes, and performances by Savannah, Angelique the Dancing Queen, and Daisy Del Toro. VIP upgrades available now at RealRadioMonsters.com. January Justice, the rematch, and Monster After Party are sponsored by Mills Air. Get your tickets today.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks VapoStick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks VapoStick. Soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors.
Use as directed. VapoStick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
Celebrate creativity in the classroom with Crayola Creativity Week. Starting January 27th, join celebrities like Matthew McConaughey for hands-on activities, read-alouds, and giveaways. Register for free today at Crayola.com/creativityweek.
How do I, Dad? Here's something I do. I write a letter to my kids every month. Yep, I write a letter and send it to my own house. I'm pen pals with my own kids. I know it sounds silly, but they love it. I don't write anything crazy. Just tell them I love them, ask them questions, whatever. Normal stuff. But when it shows up in the mailbox, I'm super dad.
Write your kids letters or try something else. Just choose to be a father first today.
Well, did you know that Future Health offers affordable weight loss meds for less than $3 a day? That's right. Hey, it's Sisney from On Air with Ryan Seacrest, and you can discover a new you in the new year. And all you need to do is take a quick 3-minute survey. Go to tryfh.com. Tryfh.com. You can get started right there. And if approved by a clinician, you'll get prescribed and get meds delivered to your door within 24 hours. I mean, you'll be connected with qualified doctors who specialize in GLP-1s. And with Future Health's network of over 6,000 physicians and licensed pharmacies nationwide, you'll feel support every step of the way. So go to tryfh.com. Tryfh.com. That's tryfh.com. Find out if weight loss meds are right for you in just 3 minutes at tryfh.com.
Tryfh.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
Galen College of Nursing is opening a new campus in Orlando, bringing our now approach to nursing education to Central Florida. Our newest location will offer student-centric campus design and clinical technology, private study spaces, and the on-demand academic resources you need to help make your nursing education journey a success. We'll do everything we can to support you right now. Learn more at galencollege.edu/Orlando.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. Mortgage rates have improved again this week. Get your quote for a refinance to lower payments or get cash out at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Hey, Russ Rollins here for Solar Source. What a great experience I've had with them. A couple years ago, they heated my pool with solar, and now I've been raving about this ever since. They installed a solar battery backup system, so when everyone else loses their power, there's power outages, my house is still running, which is awesome. And now Solar Source is about to take it to the next level for me. My entire home is going to be run off solar energy, which is going to save me so much money on my electric bill. It can do the same thing for you. If you're tired of high-cost energy bills, trust this company. It's Solar Source. It's a company you can trust. They've installed over 60,000 systems since 1984. It's Solar Source. Go to solarsource.com/monsters. That's solarsource.com/monsters. You'll love working with them, and make that switch today, because the future is solar powered with Solar Source. Great company, and you'll love working with them. Please tell them Russ Rollins sent you, because friends of Russ Rollins save more money at Solar Source. solarsource.com/monster.
Mecum Auctions, the world's largest collector car auction, returns to Kissimmee, January 7th to the 19th at Osceola Heritage Park. Join us for the fun, fast-paced, high-energy Mecum experience with 4,500 vehicles up for auction. For avid collectors, first-time buyers, and enthusiasts of all ages, there's something for everyone. Bring home your dream car. Register to bid and buy spectator tickets now at Mecum.com.
Celebrate creativity in the classroom with Crayola Creativity Week. Starting January 27th, join celebrities like Matthew McConaughey for hands-on activities, read-alouds, and giveaways. Register for free today at Crayola.com/creativityweek.
Right now, Wawa Rewards members can enjoy any size hot coffee for $1, any size iced coffee for $2, and a 16-ounce Monster Energy for just $3. Choose one, two, or all three. Simply open the Wawa app and redeem your bonus offer. Not a member? Download the Wawa app to join Wawa Rewards and start saving today. Mornings made easy. Gotta have a Wawa.
We're making room for 2025 models, so make no payments for 6 months at OrlandoNissan.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, PAY, P-A-Y, pay. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Real Radio 104.1.
Documenting and contributing to the decline in American culture. This
Go over to the newsjunkie.com and hit record on a dispatch that will be played in front of the biggest audience you'll probably talk to today. And we hope to spread the word about whatever's on your mind. So do that over on thenewsjunkie.com right now. What's going on over there? Everything okay?
May I talk to you about what's on my mind right now?
Well, what's going on? What's on your mind?
Those that heard earlier in the show or whenever you listened to it, I went camping and came right to work from the camp.
Yeah, there was some debate on whether or not you were going to make it, but you absolutely, to your credit, made it today.
I did, and as the show has progressed, I have done the opposite of progression. Things just keep downward spiraling. Not too bad, but it's clear that I should be in bed right now, to the point where we had some food that was delivered. It was
that's nice.
Kindly offered, and there was some bang bang shrimp that is banging. Immediately, Jack Bradshaw said, "This is really good." So I grabbed myself a couple bang bang shrimp to kind of balance everything out, and then I kick open the door with my leg. My footing slips. Bang bang shrimp on the ground.
Oh, no.
But wait, it gets better. Then the door smushed all the shrimp.
Oh.
And there was no more banging in that shrimp. I clean it up, and I'm like, okay, at least I can go grab one more. And the bang bang shrimp are all gone.
Well, it's like being drunk when you don't get the right kind of sleep. You're out
What's
there
that face for,
camping. What is that face you're making?
You selected ample bang bang shrimp from the not huge pile of bang bang shrimp.
When you heard me say, "Oh, F, I just dropped it all," did you immediately go and grab the rest of the bang bang shrimp?
No.
Was it at that moment?
It was already on my plate.
Son of a bitch.
Guys, I'm sure there's enough bang bang shrimp to go around,
No, it's
right?
all gone.
Oh, damn. Sorry.
Completely zero. The only bang bang shrimp is the smushed shrimp on the floor.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's terrible. I do have a question for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I want to throw this out there. Maybe some of you know what's going on here.
You just ate one. You just ate the bang bang shrimp. Right?
No, that's an onion petal. My gosh.
He's rubbing it in. What's this scam is my question right now. I don't know if I could show this to folks on the stream without showing phone numbers and stuff. Let's see. Hang on.
You can put the markup on it. Put a black thing over it. Or yellow.
Hang on. I'll figure out how to block this. I got this under control over here. Okay. This will do it right here, Celine. So somebody texted me, and I'm asking you, what's the scam here? Oh, hang on. Get off of it.
What's the first answer?
Get off it. Hang on. Let me get that back up. I had it very strategically showing. And
is this someone that you know?
No. It's a number out of the blue. Texts me. So here's what's going on, everybody. A number out of the blue sends me a text message, and it says, hey, how about going to eat hot pot tomorrow night? And I think to myself, Sean, what are you going to do here?
Definitely can see the number, by the way.
That's fine. I don't care. It's not a real person. It's a scammer. It's somebody scamming. And I just said, I'm going to channel C-Lane. Because, folks, if you're new to the show, C-Lane really likes to waste scammers' time.
Love it.
He'll text with them. He'll call them. He'll do whatever to just screw them over and get some points back for the good guy. And the person just texts out of the blue and they say, hey, how about going to eat hot pot tomorrow night? I say, sounds great. They respond, what are you doing now? And I said, just chilling, you. Now, the rest of this did not pull in from my phone just yet. But tell me what's going on here.
Also interesting that usually I feel like scam texts come from an Android phone. Or it's a green text or clearly a computer. This is iMessage.
Well, but it switched to SMS right here at the next point of the conversation because you can see there's more.
We got you in.
You see there's more messages. And I said, when they said, how about going to hot pot tonight? I said, sounds great. They said, what are you doing now? I said, just chilling you. And they said, calm down. Good.
Oh.
You are an ugly man.
Oh, no.
What is the scam here? What is going on?
They're stealing your feelings, your good feelings, replacing them with bad ones.
What is the outcome here?
Listen,
you are an
calm
ugly man?
down, good.
Yeah.
That
you don't want to go to hot pot anymore with that attitude.
Rude. I responded, that is rude. What is the scam?
Send me that number. I'm curious if it's attached to anybody.
All right, yeah, you can look that up. Hang on, I'll get a screenshot of the conversation and send it to both of you. I just always see this. It happens to everybody. Everybody who's listening right now has had this happen at some point in time. And I think, what is the end goal here? Are you going to try to convince me? You're not going to convince me you're some beautiful woman I need to send money to. They said, calm down. Good. You're an ugly man. which is just incredibly rude. And I'm not going to give anybody money that does that.
Exactly.
I'll tell you if they follow up again, but something weird's going on there.
But maybe you should calm down a little bit.
Bootsy Moonshine on Twitch says that was no scammer. This is just a legitimate person who got a hold of my phone number when C-Lane said it on air years ago. And now they've decided just to tell me.
I never said your number on the air.
No, that was Tri-Devil.
They followed up again. They said, that is rude. Or I said, that is rude. And they said, Slim.
Oh, that.
What?
That's
What's
obviously.
What are they doing here? They said, Slim. I'm going to call them. You think they'll pick up
No,
if I
just
call this number?
Say Shady. See if they respond to that.
Yeah. See who this is. Like, what's the end goal here?
It's an old lady.
She's a sweet old lady. She's like, I just want to tell you we're ugly. There's no way they're going to pick up.
Well, it's Texas. We know that.
Oh, it's your mom's best friend from Plattsburgh.
That'd be so great. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Oh, they hung up.
But they played you a song.
That was like a jam going for a second there.
What?
You heard that, right? So
I
is
did
this
look
just
it up.
What did you find out? Well, the person is from Texas, you said?
Yeah, Texas, AT&T. I'm not getting a name, but it does say, at least for White Pages search, that it is a low spam risk.
All right.
Which is odd.
And now they texted me and said blockhead. What is going on? Is this a scam and I just don't know what they're trying to get to? Let me try to call him back. It sounded like he was at a club, didn't it? It's like, uns. Somebody said maybe it's somebody at another radio station that is trying to get at me. No, could be some competing radio station. I just want to know what's going on here and how this person got my phone number and what the end goal is, honestly. I don't think they're going to pick up again. Oh, they just picked up as I hung up the phone. Son of a bitch. Unbelievable.
Well, now you got him back with the hang up.
Yeah.
They hung up first,
right.
now you hang up.
Now send some weird word to them.
Now play some.
Now I hung up on you.
Blockhead.
Bitch.
Loser, bitch.
No, don't bring in bitch already.
Yeah, bitch.
Yeah, there we
Shady.
go. I said, now I hung up on you, bitch, because he called me Slim Blockhead and said I was an ugly man. I got to fire back at some point, Sabrina. What am I going to do? We'll see what happens. I may have just lost all my money in some crypto scam.
Yeah,
I don't know how all this
That's all I
works.
needed was you talking for one.
That's it. Well, what do you think's happening here? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. Somebody says, you should have called him fat boy. You should have said, there's a lot of potential responses that people are suggesting here. I'm confused as to what's going on, or how this person knows what I look like. These text messages come through all the time like this. And for the most part, they try to butter you up. And then after they butter you up, they go, hey, here's a photo of me. And it's some beautiful woman.
This person's doing the opposite of buttering you up.
Yeah, they're not buttering me up at all. They're buttering me down here.
Do you know
They've just been mean.
anyone by the name of Melissa Farley?
No, I don't think so.
PhD.
Melissa, the doctor? Dr. Farley is the one behind all of this?
Family Bookkeeping and Tax Superior Elevator Service Incorporated.
It would be great if that's who it was. I think it's some Indian spam call and some professional doctor who just hates me for no reason, just being a jerk. All
Slim.
right, I'm going to ask for this. I'll say, you think you're hot?
Bitch.
Send
You're
me a
about to say
photo.
bitch again. Oh, Jesus, Sean.
Yeah, why not? I want to see.
Disengage.
Send me a photo, loser.
If Courtney's not listening to this right now and she sees on your phone this back and forth, you're going to have some answers for her, I imagine, right? Some questions headed your way?
Maybe. My questions are, like, how did I just go from blue text to green text? Does that ever even happen before?
It's like that fairy godmother ring cam all over again.
I'll keep an eye on this. I don't know what's going on with this person, but they apparently are not thrilled with me. We'll go over to you here with a couple of dispatches while we have an opportunity. Here's Daddy 2 Times joining us. Hello.
So the way that truths are determined and information is spread these days, I figured I'd put it out there. Does anybody at all, have evidence that the first season of Severance was not mostly filmed within the I-4 eyesore?
Oh,
I need evidence. I need evidence. Otherwise, it happened.
I never
For those of you elsewhere, it's a very famous thing in town here in Orlando. There's a building that people call the I-4 eyesore because it's a big building that never got finished right along Interstate 4.
By the way, it's had that name for a long time. It's not that big of an eyesore anymore. I think people just like to hate on it.
They completed some of the structure recently. Like there's no broken windows on one side.
And there was lights in there, I believe, right? I think that they got it rigged up to power.
When it got that name, there was no windows. It was just like the concrete and rebar, and that's when it was really the eyesore. That's what my dad used to bitch about it all the time.
It caught on, though, because a lot of people talk about this. Even people who like just visit for a little while. Go, I saw
like a local meme.
Mm-hmm. It is, for sure.
What are your inside jokes with your town?
Everybody's got one, right? Hit us up. Wendy Williams. I don't know if you guys saw this, but she was on with The Breakfast Club this morning. That's a syndicated rap morning show. Aww. She was on with it. She was not in person. I was hoping she would have been in person because I saw a couple of clips going around, but she was on the phone and she was crying the whole time. And she said that she is in a prison and she has $15 to her name. The prison is speaking of this conservatorship that she's in. She's saying she's isolated, but she doesn't need to be in this position, and people are taking advantage of her.
I could see that happening. I love me some Wendy.
Wendy Williams. Let me see if I could find this, because I would love to hear if she sounds normal, so to speak, right?
She was seen somewhere recently. Oh, I don't think the camera interacted with her. It was from far away, but seemed perfectly fine, attending something with her son.
Well, let's be clear. Before that, she did not seem fine.
No, there was a window there that she needed some help, but it seemed like everything was ripped from under her. And now it's like she is incapable of anything that an adult human can do on their own for the rest of her life.
Well, let's see what she sounds like. It's stay by the dump button, because I don't know if they curse on their show and then they edit it for air or something. But
good morning, Wendy.
Good morning.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Charlemagne.
Peace, Wendy. And Wendy's niece, Alex, is on as well. Alex, you're going to be talking too, right?
Hey, Alex. That's my niece, Alex. That's my niece, Alex. And Charlemagne and I, by the way, have known each other for 20 years and running.
She doesn't sound crazy to me.
Great.
She doesn't sound 100% normal.
No, but
she
this
doesn't
is how
sound
she
like...
always sounds. I watched the Wendy Williams show a lot during COVID, and she has always been kind of energetic all over the place.
Okay. She has a frenetic energy about her, but when she was at her worst and there was a limo or something, she's in the back seat, she didn't seem like she was in her own head.
Right.
She seemed like
Deer
she was
in
having
headlights kind of look.
Very much so. This seems kind of normal.
That is very true.
Wow.
Listen, Wendy, let's get right to it. I'm going to tell everybody what's going on. Wendy Williams is currently trapped in a conservatorship. If you don't know what a conservatorship is, it's when someone is in charge of making decisions on your behalf, but usually because the conservatee is not able to make decisions for themselves. Wendy can make her own decisions.
I want to hear from her. Hang on. Here she is back on the phone.
Cognitively impaired, you know what I'm saying? No, but I feel like I am in prison. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like I'm in New York City, right? And by the way, my apartment has been sold, thank God, a while ago. But I'm in this place where the people are in their 90s and their 80s.
Oh, she's like in an old folks home or something.
Oh, that's awful.
She doesn't sound bad. I don't know what's going on with her. I have no idea. I'm not going to pretend to know, but she doesn't seem like she's as crazy as she was for at least a bit there. And now she's saying she's got no money.
Needed.
I don't. Maybe that would be a good outcome. She's only down to $15 though. That's not a great outcome. She's got to fix that one if she can. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to get to that latest news update about TikTok. I'll tell you if this strange person messages back and has something else to say.
We'll see, blockhead.
We'll see if the blockhead insult is the end of the conversation for them or if it keeps going. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Traffic is starting to slow down on I-4 between Osceola Parkway and Sand Lake Road. On I-4 approaching that Champions Gate area. Scheduled construction has blocked all lanes where Universal Boulevard meets Destination Parkway, where Summerlin Avenue meets Robinson Street. There's a lane closed due to a depression in the road where Bronson Highway meets Nova Road. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by FreshFromFlorida.com.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting FreshFromFlorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
This earful of Rail Radio is sponsored by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
Central Square Technologies seeks a data engineer 1, job code GB1124, to work in Lake Mary, Florida, or any unanticipated location throughout the U.S. Prepare data for analytical or ops uses. Build data pipelines. Find trends in data sets and develop algorithms to make raw data useful. 40 hours per week. Position requires a bachelor's degree in computer science, information science, computer engineering, or a related field. Offered salary range is $58,344 to $78,978 per year. Send resume to Amanda Thompson, 1000 Business Center Drive, Lake Mary, Florida, 32746.
It's always a good time for donuts, so indulge in Shipley Donuts. Fresh made donuts in delicious flavors, from classic glaze to the Oreo cookie top treats, crafted with quality ingredients. Catering and online ordering is available. Visit Shipley Donuts, now open in Orlando on South Cimarron Boulevard.
This is Ashley Kennedy from the Ben and Ashley I Almost Famous podcast. Did you know that Future Health can help make weight loss resolutions come true? When it's about biology and not willpower. It's not your fault that dieting just doesn't work. Find out if weight loss meds are right for you in just 3 minutes and for less than $3 a day. Traditional diets don't work because nearly 70% of weight is genetically determined. Through medication, you can work with your body rather than against it to create safe and long-lasting weight loss results. I have a family member that's been struggling with her weight for quite some time. No matter how hard she tries, no matter how limited her food intake, she just can't get the weight off. Well, with Future Health, they make access to qualified doctors that know GLP-1s easier than ever. Get ongoing support from over 6,000 physicians and licensed pharmacies nationwide. Find out if weight loss meds are right for you in just 3 minutes at tryfh.com.
Tryfh.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at doctor's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
Are you drowning in credit card debt and tired of your financial situation? You are not alone. These times of massive inflation have people just like you strapped. The Debt Management Group can help. In the first free call, they will explain all the relief programs you may qualify for to get you out of debt fast without having to file for bankruptcy. Here are what a few Debt Management Group clients are saying about their service.
They saved me thousands of dollars, especially in interest. I would have never paid off this debt without their help.
I felt like it was a burden lifted off my shoulders. It felt amazing, and I felt like I could actually see a future for me and my kids.
The sooner you call the Debt Management Group, the faster you can get the relief you deserve. Call now to get a free debt assessment. It's free information on all the debt relief programs you qualify for, plus guaranteed confidentiality. Call 800-375-1169. That's 800-375-1169. Call now to find out about the best debt forgiveness, consolidation, modification, and settlement programs available. 800-375-1169. That's 800-375-1169.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZQuil nights. Explore our products at ZQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
The Tour de Cape is back for its 34th annual race weekend starting Friday, January 17th. Brought to you by the City of Cape Coral Parks and Recreation Department and their community partners. Visit tourdecape.net for more details. Sponsored by Calusa Riders Bicycle Club, Ends of Earth Cycling, Jason's Deli, Waste Pro, Lightning Wireless Solutions, Fairfield Inn, Flow IV Infusion Therapy, Linmark Sports Inc., Associates of Bruce L. Shiner, Foxtail Coffee, Tier 1 Security, SRAM Hammerhead, Papa John's, Walmart, Mast Family Culligan, and Fort Myers Islands Beaches and Neighborhoods.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. We offer HELOCs and home equity lines of credit with scores as low as 640. Find out if you're qualified today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Yo, it's Angel from the Monsters. You want a big green egg? For the lowest prices anywhere, you got to go to my friends, Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up your big green egg so that you are cooking before they leave. Follow Wassie's Meat Market on Instagram or go to wassiesmeatmarket.com for your big green egg today.
Hey, it's Bobby Bones. Join me and former NFL quarterback Matt Castle for our new podcast, Lots to Say with Bobby Bones and Matt Castle. Between us, we have over 17,500 passing yards, multiple New York Times bestsellers, and one Mirrorball trophy from Dancing with the Stars. So where else are you going to find a show with that much athleticism and football insight?
Listen to Lots to Say with Bobby Bones and Matt Castle on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart.
Open your free iHeart app and search Lots to Say with Bobby Bones and Matt Castle and start listening.
Think orange for your next vehicle. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, PAY. P-A-Y. Pay. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the new.
I'm not super familiar with this dude, but director David Lynch has died.
Damn.
He was 78 years old, and behind, according to his Wikipedia page, a whole bunch of stuff that a lot of people have seen. This mentions Blue Velvet and Mulholland Drive, which I don't even know those.
Twin Peaks?
Twin Peaks for sure, yeah. David Lynch was behind Twin Peaks, and that's
Dune, right?
Big one.
Yep.
Was he?
Dune,
This says
Eraserhead.
David Lynch, they already got the death in there, was an American filmmaker, visual artist, musician, and actor. His films were distinguished by their surrealist, dreamlike qualities. He did Eraserhead, as Sabrina was saying, Elephant Man, Wild at Heart, and on it goes. The Cleveland Show, he had a guest role on that. That's unexpected. I didn't think it would go in that direction. But the ABC series Twin Peaks, he was behind that. I'm trying to see if there's anything that really stands out. A lot of music videos and stuff.
People also ask, what is David Lynch's most normal movie?
That's how weird his movies are. I guess that says something about his style, if that's the situation you find yourselves in. Well, we got TikTok ticking down right now. If Sunday arrives, TikTok is allegedly going to be disappearing from all of your phones. Well, it can't really work that way because they can't delete the app that you have. But they plan to disable their app for U.S. users starting on Sunday, aligning with a potential federal ban on the platform unless the Supreme Court intervenes to block the law. The Supreme Court has seemed to favor the idea that this is constitutional, just going by the questions that they've asked. But then again, if the Supreme Court doesn't know what Pornhub is, do they know what TikTok is?
Have they asked that one 4chan guy that they also think is just one person?
No, they don't. I don't think they care what TikTok is. They care where it's from.
China. China is the problem. We can't let them get a hold of our kids' minds. Unlike
you were saying that a lot of, or that President Trump was trying to, but like hold off, and I'll make this, make the deals happen so that people can keep their TikTok. But I've even seen a lot of Trumpers that are like, get rid of it. It's bad. I can't believe you guys are handing your information over to China. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, keep it in America. Hand it over to Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be one side or the other. You're right about that. Because some Trump people, including Trump himself, Trump likes TikTok. He's like, they helped me out and made me go viral, and they were helping get my message in front of younger people before the election. And he's not as concerned, I guess, with the potential outcome of China having influence over ByteDance, the company that owns this. But I told you yesterday, they can't delete it off your phone. So a lot of times when this happens, people just continue on accessing the service until the app declines because they're not updating it anymore and things start to break. But TikTok says, no, we're not doing that. The legislation would prohibit new TikTok downloads from Apple and Google app stores, but allow existing users temporary continued access. but TikTok's approach involves a full shutdown for all users. So to send a message, they say, according to these sources, users attempting to open TikTok as of Sunday will be met with a pop-up message directing them to a website offering information about the ban. They'll also provide an option for users to download their data, preserving personal information. So they want to go nuclear with it and say, let's just shut the whole thing down and see what happens. So we'll see what the reaction to this is.
Like 130 drafts.
Oh,
and I've been trying to put them out, but there's stuff all the way back to like 2018.
You got to download it all.
Yeah, but and then what?
So it can go on the next
Lemonade.
On Lemon 8, the one you were saying earlier that they keep pushing everybody to. If you go on that platform, you do this. And then next thing we know, iHeart will go, everybody needs to be active on Lemon 8. What are you guys doing? We don't ask you much. Try to stay up with all these platforms.
Are you the news junkie on Lemon 8 yet?
Yes.
I'm getting it right now. I'm doing it right now.
No, now I'm not, C-Lane. Thanks a lot. Damn it, man. I have it on every platform.
Lemon
and now
8 is not going to last. I mean, it's from... Why would the U.S. government allow Lemonade to keep going? If
right now
it's ByteDance, it's the same company.
Yes, but right now I think they have a loophole that would allow that app to continue to go because their algorithm is different. I guess who the hell knows? We're just gonna have to watch and see what happens here, and that will be interesting. At least that part of it. There's an email coming in from Alex from Butler, Pennsylvania. We were discussing red number 3 yesterday on the show, and the FDA banning red number 3. Hey, junkies, Alex here from Butler, and the jails around here force people to use clear Kool-Aid so that they can't dye their shirts gang colors and whatnot. By the way, it's in the teens here for the next week at least. Wish us luck. Stay warm in Florida, says Alex from Butler, Pennsylvania. Thank you, Alex, for the email. And if there is something in your food that prisoners can use to dye their shirts different colors, I don't know if I want that in my body. I don't know if I want to be eating that thing. Maybe red dye or red number 3 going the way of the dodo is a good thing. Who knows? It sounds good to me.
But, what about all that food we love that's red? What color will
I'll
it
have
be?
to deal with colorless food. My Skittles will all be the same color. I'll have to deal with now and later's all the same color. Just a bunch of stuff that's like all basic ass colors. I don't mind that. I don't care that much about those kind of things.
I do. It's breaking my heart.
I'm sorry this is happening to you. It is really unacceptable.
I was very taken aback. I don't know if you noticed this when you were in the woods last night, Sabrina, because I know the service out there can be spotty.
Yes.
And you get into your camping and stuff. But I noticed a lot of friends that I had on Facebook really care about this red dye number 4. They were all reposting.
Did they?
I was like, since when do you care about red dye number 4?
Hold on. They care about it as they want to save it?
No, I think they're just like a bunch of people posted that they were getting rid of it. And I was like, even people that wouldn't normally post news stories.
Yeah, because it makes you look like a scientist and smart.
They're saying,
if you repost
look,
it.
Big government is trying to turn the frogs gay. They're trying to put the red number 3 in your food when obviously this is poisoning you and causing cancer. It's the RFK Jr. movement, man. I think this is the group of people who want everything changed when it comes to what the FDA allows. Is that going to happen? I don't know.
Didn't the cosmetics people get rid of this dye like 30 years ago?
Yeah, they did. Actually, that's very true. In the cosmetics industry, they banned red number 3 a long time ago, and then they just kept putting it in your food afterwards. When we come back, we'll do the final dispatches. Stories that didn't make the cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Thursday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s. Classic alternative this weekend.
We are going to be seeing cool temperatures with afternoon highs staying almost 10 degrees below normal. The high of only 62 degrees. That's partially due to the fact that we'll be expecting cloudy skies, some patchy drizzle and light showers, especially during the morning hours. By roughly lunchtime, we'll begin to dry things out. Tomorrow, we'll be expecting a high of 67 degrees, increasing sunshine. For this weekend, Saturday night and into Sunday specifically, we'll be expecting our next round of heavier rain. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by In Touch Ministries.
Listen to the In Touch Radio Network on iHeartRadio, featuring the biblically based teachings of Dr. Charles Stanley. Just search for the In Touch Ministries channel on the iHeartRadio app or visit intouch.org.
Do you already have a mortgage quote, and are you wondering if it's any good? Well, stop wondering and find out. A recent study did show that less than 20% of people compare the first mortgage quote they get. So it's time for you to get peace of mind by going to thatmortgageguydawn.com. It's so easy to compare your quote with That Mortgage Guy Dawn. Go to the website, hit the button that says compare, upload your quote, and That Mortgage Guy Dawn will tell you if it's any good. Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote today with That Mortgage Guy Dawn.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with That Mortgage Guy Dawn.
Oh, mornings. Some people love them.
Okay, you have everything for your math test, and Mom, you got my lunch.
Some people hate them.
Everybody get in the car. Go, go, go.
We've all got to do them. Good thing Wawa's up and ready for you every morning. With fresh coffee, hot sizzlies, and fast, friendly service to keep your morning moving right along. Mornings made easy. Gotta have a Wawa.
We've all made questionable decisions in life, like that time that you frosted the tips of your hair. But hiring an attorney shouldn't be. I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and we offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee on all injury cases. If you are not completely satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Premier Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
Here's how Tax Rise saved Yvonne over 99% on what she owed the IRS.
I got a letter from the IRS saying that I owe $69,000, and I had no idea what to do. That's when I contacted you guys.
Our tax professionals at Tax Rise jumped into action. They helped Yvonne file her back taxes and get into compliance, but they didn't stop there. They negotiated directly with the IRS to fight for her case.
Effective immediately, the IRS has accepted. All they want in return is $100.
Thank you guys so much. I can't even explain how grateful I am.
We're so happy we got Yvonne the relief she deserved. We've helped thousands of clients find solutions to their tax problems, and we're ready to help you. To find out if you qualify for a tax relief program, call Tax Rise today, 888-507-0053. For a free consultation, call 888-507-0053, 888-507-0053.
Results vary, not guaranteed, uncompensated testimonial. Tax Rise is not IRS affiliated or a law firm.
All right, it's January. You know what that means? New Year's resolutions are in full swing. So here's one for you. Clear vision. Seriously, if you're dealing with contacts or glasses, laser vision correction at the Filatowski Eye Institute is a game changer. With over 65,000 procedures, they are the trusted choice for Central Florida. And they have 24-month interest-free financing, so you don't have to wait. You can start seeing clearly and stay on budget. Text 1041 to 868686 and schedule your free consultation today. Clear vision, clear future. It all starts with the Filatowski Eye Institute. Just text 1041 to 868686 now for your free LASIK consultation.
A new year comes with new hope, new optimism,
It's time to start fresh and look ahead. At International Diamond Center, we're excited to be a part of your special moments in the new year. We've expanded our selection for 2025. Our diamond inventory has never been better. All sizes, all shapes, real, natural, precious diamonds at the best direct importer prices. And it doesn't stop there. We're showcasing all the new styles and trends in engagement rings and fashion jewelry, inspired and created by the world's premier designers. No one has more fashion-forward jewelry than IDC. Plus, our Swiss watch collection is mind-blowing with a fabulous selection of pristine pre-owned Rolex watches. So as you look ahead and plan for a new year, remember International Diamond Center, locally owned, internationally connected, with a staff of non-commissioned experts who will guide you every step of the way so you can buy with total confidence. Welcome to 2025. Let IDC help you celebrate what matters most in the new year. Your love. Altamont, Waterford, and Millennia.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Lowe's knows it's easier to make the right calls when you have the right team. Download the Lowe's app to get their home improvement playbook in your hands so you can get their team's expertise anytime.
On the bright side, we're not dead yet. You're listening to the news.
And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Thursday. This week's kind of flying by, at least for me. Hopefully it is for you too as well. We'll get to these final things in just a moment. One thing that I could really use less of is this weather. I could use a little bit of warm weather. I know I'm bitching and whining, but I looked at the weather forecast for like the next week and a half. They're not super accurate or whatever, but I look at it and I said, maybe it'll just be a nice warm day. And it's cold as hell for the foreseeable future for everybody. For everybody. So much so that I saw some report that said all of these things you keep saying about hottest year on record are going to be alleviated by just how cold this winter is for North America.
Yeah, buddy, we're going to be dipping low this week.
It was one day that I saw, and I looked at it, and I go, I don't like this. And I shut off the weather app. I said, I'm getting away from this right now.
I have one day where it's going to be 39 and raining, and then the next day, 38 for the low. And mind you, it's going to feel so much lower than that.
For our northern friends in Rochester and Albany, is 30s and raining. Potential for snow, maybe a little bit of tiny bit of snow.
It's like, I thought it had to be 32 degrees.
Maybe it has to be colder. I'm not sure, but people will be freezing their asses off for the foreseeable future.
The closest I've seen is some sleet.
Yeah, Tammy says, polar effing vortex. I'm sick of it. Everybody's sick of it right now. The whole country. It's not going to warm up anytime soon for any of us. The most potent blast is going to enter the north central U.S. on Friday. That's tomorrow. And it's going to roar across the rest of the nation over the weekend. Arctic air will plunge from the northern Rockies and Great Plains, crossing the Gulf Coast and Midwest on Saturday night and the eastern seaboard on Sunday night. By Tuesday, the entire lower 48 will be blasted with extreme Arctic cold. That's all of us together on board.
Getting blasted.
And it said even parts of the west coast of Greenland will be warmer than Texas.
Yeah, y'all are trying to do sober January. Come on.
That is not happening. Everybody's going to break next week or when this starts to change things dramatically. So we were talking a little bit, and I know there's so much dumb TikTok talk, but there will be a lot of people who react to this when the app gets banned on Sunday, if that happens. So we were kind of going over that. And one thing that Sabrina saw, let me see if I can bring this up so we could take a look at it, was that there are some attorneys suggesting that even you accessing TikTok, going on the website after the ban, you could possibly put yourself in some kind of legal risk.
Yeah, this account that I follow, the Neighborhood Talk. Now, I got to say, though, that this lawyer they spoke to, at least Neil Alon out of L.A., I'm not getting a whole lot from what he's saying. Like, at least more information I feel like is needed. But essentially, he highlighted that using a VPN to bypass government-imposed ban could directly violate the law. And then his direct quote is, if law prohibits something and you circumvent that by using a VPN, then you're in violation of the law. No
If
duh.
you circumvent something by going on a VPN, you are in violation of the law.
Because the government has banned it. So it's like...
But that's not what's happening here. The government didn't necessarily say...
It's illegal. They just
they didn't say it was illegal to access it or post it. They were the laws are affecting the company, ByteDance, and their ownership.
Which that in itself seems unconstitutional. But
I agree. I don't like it. I think it's a bad precedent. I think you could say all you want about algorithms, but they're absolutely everywhere. And from what I've seen...
But this is not about algorithms.
It's about China, and it's about China controlling the youth in this country with algorithm. That's the worry. They're all very, very scared of China. I had Mark Rubio in his hearings yesterday dropping some bombs about this, where you could tell that they're very, very scared about China and the future of this country. Let me see if I can bring that up. Here's Marco Rubio talking about the threats that China poses. This will give you an idea of why they go so crazy with the TikTok stuff. Here he goes.
If we stay on the road we're on right now, less than 10 years, virtually everything that matters to us in life will depend on whether China will allow us to have it or not. Everything from the blood pressure medicine we take to what movies we get to watch, and everything in between, we will depend on China for it.
So what movies we get to watch?
That's right. Supplies throughout the world. Everywhere in the world, they've now established critical mineral rights. Even those who want to see more electric cars, no matter where you make them, those batteries are almost entirely dependent on the ability of the Chinese and the willingness of the Chinese Communist Party to produce it and export it to you. So if we don't change course, we are going to live in a world where much of what matters to us on a daily basis, from our security to our health, will be dependent on whether the Chinese allow us to have it or not. That's an unacceptable outcome.
So that's how he feels.
If we stay on the road we're on right now,
get rid of this. Hang on.
Less than 10 years.
Bye, Marco.
Pump the volume up. That's how they feel about China. So that gives you an idea of why they're worried about ByteDance and worried about, are they controlling stuff? In my anecdotal experience, albeit sort of limited with TikTok, I have still spent a ton of time on the app. I spend time on all short video apps because I create content for different platforms. So I want to see what works, what I should do, et cetera, et cetera. And in my experience, with at least my algorithm, I've never felt like I was being brainwashed by something. The only thing I
think brainwashing works that way.
And the idea that you're just going to hit over and over and over and over and over, they're going to try to shape opinions. The only thing I see like that is people see stuff that gets views, and then they copy that, and then they copy that, and that opinion becomes the main one. For example, the shift that took place with the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial. People started to make clips about how Johnny Depp was being railroaded, and the clip started going very viral. And then Megapint and all these other things started happening. And then everything shifted into that direction. It just went that way because all the creators said, here's what's working.
And the cocaine tampon applicator.
Right. I don't think that there's some dude in China who's got like a lever and he's pulling things, controlling what the opinions are on these platforms. But maybe there's more issues with this that I'm not aware of.
It's funny because I just recently was flipping through and saw the episode of South Park. Now, mind you,
hey, you guys,
this was Japan and not China, but it was kind of the same thing where the Chinpokomon characters were all brainwashing the kids.
Yeah.
And,
Japan!
Whenever the American leaders went to ask Japan about why are you guys trying to brainwash our kids? They would just tell them they all have really big penises, and they're like, you know what? You're right. Thank you. Right. All right. Well, we're done here.
My mind isn't often changed, but you have changed my mind today. That's how easy it is to take over this country, apparently. Let's get into the final dispatches and wrap things up for the day.
These are the final dispatches.
matches, but Sean will probably only play one.
Maybe not. Missy is up first on the way out with the final dispatches. You can squeeze one in real last minute if you'd like to send one at thenewsjunkie.com.
Hey, junkies.
Hey.
My 13-year-old daughter has TikTok, and I got to tell you, I wish TikTok gets banned. I know she would just flip over to something else, but I keep a tight track, and I would know, and we're friends with her. We monitor everything she posts. But, oh, my God, what a headache. I wish. I pray. I hope.
She's hoping it crashes.
Why? Because she's
have
on
a
it
great
so
day,
much?
junkies.
And yeah, because her daughter's on the app too much, and secretly she's wishing that this goes down this way. Here's the final one for today. It's Shambo. Hello?
You should check out information about pig butchering. That's a scam when people randomly leave you text messages.
All right, let me see. He says pig butchering?
Yeah.
Pig butchering text. He said it was on last week tonight. The pig butchering scam and how to protect yourself. Cyber threats, blah, blah, blah. Pig butchering is a sophisticated version of smishing, a tool that uses social engineering to steal as much money as possible from the victim. The name refers to the victim being fattened up like a pig before slaughter with validation and friendship before being butchered by getting all their funds stolen.
Well, that person was not pig butchering you because they immediately insulted you.
Yeah, they did the opposite. Whatever that's called, that's what they were up to, these fine folks.
Yeah. The butcher to Sean, just right there. Just let him have it. Ugly.
Hurt my feelings. It was really rude. You called me a blockhead, for God's sake. Let's do the stories that didn't make the cut. And we start with American Danielle Collins is being hated on by all of Australia today. She said, "Kiss my ass," after she was beaten at the Australian Open. Afterwards, she was blowing kisses at, winking, and saying, "How about that?" toward the crowd that was booing her.
Not good sportsman-like conduct.
Fighting the crowd, let me tell you, almost always a bad idea. Not a good idea to fight the crowd necessarily. And what else do we have on the way out? To make or break moment for housing in California. There's some people who are political leaders in California who are now saying, this is a crisis that we could take advantage of. We need to replace all these single-family homes with multi-family housing units. And now there's going to be a new fight over that.
Oh, great.
As they rebuild in California after more than 12,000 homes and other buildings were destroyed. Okay, now we're all done. It's time for us to get out of the way. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ.
Sup, my bitches?
So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
I sound street when I say that.
What's street exactly?
It's cool.
Cool street.
With it.
Got
Hip popping, all those things. Yeah. That's how I sound. Today I Learned for Thursday, January 16th, 2025. And we start out with this one. Today I learned there's a metal band called Hatebeak. Their singer is an African gray parrot.
Fun.
They have been around for quite a while. They're signed to Reptilian Records, and they released the album The Number of the Beak about 10 years ago. Here's the bird band right here. If you listen to that in your car, you are a psychopath.
A little bit.
That is intense.
Oh, please.
That's so much. It's an assault.
It's actually real fun if you find the right song.
If I really was angry at somebody and I was driving over to the house to kill them, I would put Hatebeak on. I would put that on the radio. Today I learned Mihailo Tolotos
means family.
Was a Greek Orthodox monk that died without ever seeing a woman, they said. He lived all of his 82 years of life in the Mount Athos Monastery. Kind of challenge him on that. Maybe you don't remember it, but you did come from a woman's body, Mr. Monk. You did start out from a woman's body. Today I learned this band right here you may have heard of.
The Beatles.
That's right, the Beatles. After George Harrison's death from lung cancer, his widow sued a doctor at the hospital where he'd received his radiation therapy. She said that the doctor was so obsessed with him being a member of the Beatles and said, listen, here's my son playing guitar. Watch this. And ignored the actual health issues.
That's sad.
Because they were obsessed with the fact that this guy was from the Beatles.
But then he killed a Beatle, which is not good for a fan to do.
You do not want to do that. Today, learned the total number of Americans over 7 feet tall is how many estimated? How many?
15%. What?
Wow, that's a high number right there.
Okay,
15%
I'm sorry.
of 350
I will take
million.
that back. 8%.
All right, that's still a lot. What do you think, C-Lane? How many people?
You said total number, right?
Over 7 feet, total Americans.
2,000.
100. There's only 100 Americans over 7 feet tall. Finally, today learned this band right here. That's right. Gorillaz is correct. Clint Eastwood, the song, isn't an original riff that you hear in the background of this track.
No, it's from the demo jam that comes with the keyboard,
Sean
right?
was going to tell us.
It sure is. The Suzuki Omnichord Auto Harp. It's a preset called Rock One, where if you just press it, you hear this, and they made a hit song out of it. Hey, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast.